I just want to say this. When it comes to women doing this, psychologically, it's in woman's nature to do it. One, it gives her a sense of security because she's getting paid to do it. All right? Secondly, it makes a woman feel sexy. When women get paid to do things like this, it makes them feel sexy to watch a man lust over them. You come across a woman that does not have a man that lusts over her, she feels low and she feels like out of place, like she doesn't exist. This is why you have a lot of girls that get into porn. And the reason why they get into porn is because they feel worthless. And having a lot of guys that want to have sex with them actually makes them feel pretty. So when it comes to these entertainers, they do it because they're getting paid a sense of security to do it, and they're also feeling pretty while they do it. So understand that part, and that's what this lecture tonight is going to be about. All right? First, before we can start talking about Cardi B and start talking about Meg Thee Stallion, you must understand that the thottiness goes all the way back to the Little Kim. All right? Anybody that grew up in the 90s will tell you that Little Kim was pretty much the first thought of the scene. She was the first woman that was actually out here doing it. She was like the Marilyn Monroe when it came to hip hop. You know what I mean? So when it came to that thoughtness, she was getting away with a lot of stuff, but at that time, it was like only her and Foxy Brown. She didn't have a big influence on women, not that much, because there wasn't that many girls out there doing that. And plus, in the early 90s when we were coming up, women still had a little bit of morality because you still had the smart women telling you about the dumb women. Remember those days when all the smart girls used to be like, hey, watch out for that girl. I heard she likes to hang out with the guys. Or I heard she likes to do all this. So you were battling that in the early 90s. So when Lil' Kim came to the scene, she couldn't quite take fire. She was popular, but she didn't take fire, which means that a lot of white women wasn't following her. So the agenda didn't get pushed all the way because of her. Because of Lauryn Hill. This is how come she couldn't get anywhere. Because when Little Kim came out being thotting, then Lauryn Hill came in after her and just shut everything down. You know what I mean? When Lauryn Hill hit the scene, she pretty much took over the rap scene because she was respected by men and respected by women for being real and being honest. She had honest situations. She was a respectable woman. So the Little Kim era came in for a little bit, but then it fell off as well because Lauryn Hill came in and took the face of female hip hop for many years. So the influences of the thottiness had a setback for a little bit. You know what I mean? Because Lauryn Hill sold way more records than Little Kim for a longer period of time. So Little Kim couldn't quite shake up the culture like she used to because of Lauryn Hill. And anybody that was growing up in the 90s will know that Lauryn Hill was one of those girls that was very popular amongst women. All right, let's go to the next. One thing that you have to understand about black entertainers is that black entertainers are leaders to the black community, especially black women. All right? That's what I want a lot of people to understand. In the black community, black women look at entertainers for inspiration. They look at entertainers as their role models. So it has a bigger impact because there's not many other role models out there, which is why like majority of women that have businesses own like salons that goes into looking goods. Not many have like real estate companies and other things like that. They have things that work with women, right? Because they're trying to look like they're superstar. So this is what's caused everything, and it causes everyone to make money off of the women because they're promoting false image for future victims. All right? What I mean by they're creating false image for future victims, that means that they're creating an image for these women to destroy themselves to reach. But when things don't go the way they want to off of what they was promised, then they turn around and victimize themselves, all right? When it comes to black entertainers, especially music now, they glorify prostitution, all right? You have to understand this. Women are taught, as long as you're making money, it's okay. You're independent because you don't need a man. You feel what I'm saying? So it's kind of like in a woman's world, she could do whatever she wants by any means necessary to make money, right? And it's okay with other women to do that. But in a man's world, it's not okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not going to glorify drug dealers like that. Only a small percentage of men are going to actually glorify drug dealers, are going to actually glorify criminals. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be honest. Not too many grown men are going to glorify a criminal. But when it comes to a grown woman will glorify Cardi B. She'll glorify Meg Thee Stallion. And she'll envy her because she ain't looking at what she's doing to get the money. She's looking at the results. She's making money, right? And she feels pretty because she has guys lusting over her. Remember I told you, women do slutty things to feel sexy because they feel ugly. So the more guys she has drooling over her, the more sexier she feels. As long as she's making the money doing that, she never has a reason to respect a man. All right? Next, they promote LGBT in their communities. In their videos, right? Even Nicki Minaj, even Cardi B, all of them. They promote the LGBT. They'll kiss another girl. They'll do videos with other girls. They promote unification of women. They promote the lesbianhood. And the rest of the world follow, even specifically in the black community, all right? Next, they promote independence, but sell their souls for it. All right? I want everyone to catch on to that. They promote independence, but they sell their souls for it. Right? Let's go to the next slide. Okay. This is going to be the leaders get worse every 3 years. But we can kind of like throw that back a little bit. Every time they get a new leader, she get worse. And I've made a video about this, all right? How women get worse. Let's first start off with Beyonce. All right, let me pull myself back up. See, after the Lauryn Hill era, that's when Beyonce and Destiny's Child started coming in. All right? That's when the independent thing really started kicking in, was about 2000, 2002, 2003. That's when all that started kicking in, when Beyonce was teaching women how to be business women and independent. See, that's what you got to understand. When Beyonce took flight and Beyonce started promoting what she was promoting independence in women. All right? That's why they had songs, if you couldn't pay my bills, you can't be with me. She was pretty much saying, all right, if I'm doing this as a guy, you have to match it. That's the thing about women. When women started getting a little bit of power, right, they turned around and told their man, hey, if you want to be with me, you got to do what I do. But a man has never did that to a woman. You feel what I'm saying? A man ain't never did that to a woman at all. A man hasn't gotten successful and said, hey, now that I'm a CEO of a company, the only way that I'm going to date you is if you become a CEO of a company. Men don't say that. Men become CEOs of companies, right? And they want to take care of a woman who may not have everything in life. We're always thinking to take care of. You know what I mean? That's what happened. So when Beyonce came, she promoted a woman to be independent, but go dig at the same time. She's the one that got the women saying, I got this, what do you have? I got this, what do you have? Right? Then next leader came Nicki Minaj. And like I said, each leader got worse and got worse. When Nicki Minaj came in, she took on the independent thing. But you got to realize, Nicki Minaj wasn't talking to smart women. Beyonce was. Beyonce was talking to women that were going to college, going to school. But when Nicki Minaj came, she talked to another demographic, a demographic of lazy women that did not want to go to school, that didn't want to own businesses. They was taught to use their sexuality. So when Nicki Minaj hit the scene, she taught the women how to use their sexuality, but be mean like a man. Run game like a man. You know, Beyonce was kind of like, all right, you can't be with me unless you level up. That's how Beyonce was. You can't be with me unless you level up. But Nicki Minaj came and she put a price on everything. She says, you can't be with me unless you buy me this watch, unless you buy me this purse, unless you buy me this and buy me that, right? So I'm going to get a whole bunch of guys to buy me a lot of things. And being that I got them to buy me a lot of things, now I'm a boss chick. You feel what I'm saying? Because I have a lot of things, but the things that she did to get those things, she had to sell her soul. Understand that. They made getting money soulless, and it went through the generation and generation of women. So, what's the weird part about all this? When you break down the Beyoncés and you break down the Nicki Minaj's and you break down the Cardi B's so far, right? Just those three, just those two. I just want people to know. The Beyonce been married 18 years. Nicki Minaj went back and grabbed a broke dude to have a kid with, right? But she done told every girl out there, you're not supposed to be with a broke dude. A dude is supposed to be paying for you if he wants you. Like, come on now, get it here. So the women are conditioned that I don't be with a man unless he purchased me. But she went and purchased a man. She's a hypocrite to her own world. Now, let's go into Cardi B. But you got to realize this. If you go back and look at Beyonce's, women were all a certain way. They were more sophisticated. They wanted to be educated, but they just wanted to outdo a man and be independent. Then the trend of Nicki Minaj came in. Women started showing a little bit more skin, fake booties, titties, different color wigs. Now we going into Cardi B, which is full-blown soul selling because she comes from a world of prostitution. She comes from the world of stripping. They glorified it. They glorified. That's what she came. She taught women that it's okay to be a prostitute. You know what I'm saying? Nicki Minaj was kind of like, hey, man, if you want to be with me, you got to do this and you got to do that. But Cardi B was just like, how much up front? How much you want? Period. They glorified stripping. She pushed girls into being stripping. It's a way to become independent. It's a way to do all that. Just go into stripping. Once you go into stripping, the first thing that happens is these women get on drugs because they got to numb themselves out just to go on stage. After 2 years, they good as dead. They're no good to nobody. But that sense of security and feeling sexy always kicks in for a woman. You got to think about it. As long as she's getting money, she don't need a man, she good. As long as some guy always wants to sleep with her, she feels sexy. As long as she has both of these feelings, she becomes delusional to her reality. She's not realizing she's destroying herself while trying to feel more power than what she really is because of the music. Each one of these leaders that women paid attention to, from Beyonce to Nicki Minaj to Cardi B, got worse and worse and worse. Right? All of their leaders got worse. So did the quality of woman in real life. She got worse and worse and worse. Look at the women now. Most women have a disconnection between man and woman. And we're talking real men and real women. These beta males that are in their DM gassing them up, they were there even before this problem. Now, we're going to go into the Meg Thee Stallion part. Meg Thee Stallion. All right, let me bring this up. Meg Thee Stallion. Meg Thee Stallion. Hold on. Meg Thee Stallion. Let's bring her up. Meg Thee Stallion is not that pretty. She's not. When you look at Meg Thee Stallion, you don't feel anything with her. It's like she's the motion of everything that went wrong. She's the transformation of a woman becoming manly. She's all of them in one. She's the end result of all of their leadership, that she is borderline a man. The next star after her has to be trans. Listen to what I'm telling you. She's too far of a manly woman, masculine woman, to be a sexy woman. She's the last barrier right there. The next star, I'm telling you, is going to be trans. Because there's nothing else left for these women to do. There's no one else to mimic. There's nowhere else to go. Their leaders are getting worse. We're not going to go back to Lauryn Hill's. We're not going to go back to those anymore. That's over with. You know what I'm saying? So, in conclusion, we're going to go to the next slide. Before I start, hold on. Let me give some shout outs on some super chats. Oh man, I missed some super chats. Hey, if I didn't catch your super chat, my bad. All right, next slide we're gonna go to is how the quality of the average woman is getting worse. All right, let's get to it. First, younger women are hitting the wall fast. When I say that they're hitting the wall fast, they're hitting the wall so fast that it's unreal. Let's just be honest. None of these women are innocent now. They all want to feel innocent. Mr. Keeping It Simple, big shout outs. They all want to feel different because that's what society is telling them. Society is telling them, however you feel right now, the world's supposed to adjust to it. The world is just supposed to put up with it. The world is supposed to feel sorry for you. That's how women are walking around now, but they're not getting that results. What it is they have no goals. They have no morals. Like look at Tommy. Tommy Lorraine. Look at her. 27 years old, you trying to tell men how to date? Like I know for a fact she's mainly talking to white dudes. I get that. I really do get that. But she ain't the first one to start talking that talk after claiming to be so tough and independent. All these women about to pull that because they're all hitting the wall at a younger age. You have 18-year-olds that are looking 40, 30, 40 now. And this style that's going on with these guys where it's like, all right, I don't want to comb my head. What kind of style is that? Where you just let everything just go. I see guys doing that. But the women are aging fast. It's like you can't tell what their age is. Next, more women are putting a price on their souls. You have more women with OnlyFans accounts. Instagram models. Why? Because they got to keep up with what their superstars are doing. They got to keep up with the Nicki Minaj. They got to keep up with Cardi B because those girls are making a lot of money and they feel pretty because all the guys want to have sex with them. As long as guys want to have sex with them, they feel pretty. Girls are getting pregnant at earlier ages. This is the first time in my life I've been seeing a whole bunch of 16-year-olds, 17, even 18, 19-year-olds that are proud to be fathers. They're proud to have a child. They're proud to say, I got a kid on the way. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing that nowadays. Like, these guys don't know how much they're messing their life up. Next, women lost respect for men. Two ways. They put her in a position to where she did not even need men. Women are in positions where they don't need men. Secondly, it's too many simps that got them gassed up. That's the problem. It's making them think that every guy is weak. And there's just, all the men out there are just bad. No, they're not. You got more than enough guys in your DM to tell you everything that you want to hear. The problem is the guy that you want to like you sees your delusion. Them smart ones can see through all that. The smart ones can see that you're using all those beta males online to give yourself the confidence to walk past a high value man, and you want the high value man to do the same thing as the beta males. It don't work that way. That's what's driving these women miserable. They don't know how to keep a real man, but they sure as hell, when they feel low, they know how to post a picture and get their morale back up. But those likes start to get less and less the older they get. Because 25-year-olds are looking 30. All right? So by the time they get 30, they looking 60. Different ball game. All because they're trying to compete with their superstar role models, the Cardi B's, the Megan Thee Stallions. Now, what you have to understand this is, when you look at the Cardi B in the Meg Thee Stallion video, let's go back to it. All right? What you got to understand when you look at this, right? Hey, let's get those likes up. Let's get those likes up. What you got to realize is this. This video is really for guys. You know what I mean? It's for guys to keep looking at. It's for guys to keep looking at. Right? Guys are going to keep clicking on it. Guys are going to do it. All right? The ones in the music industry, they know that. They know, like, at the end of the day, all right, we got to dress them up so they look sexy, so men keep clicking on it. The views are coming from men, mesmerized by what they're doing. It's just that women see it, and women say, man, she's getting money. Man, she's getting all the attention. I want to look and do that. I want to do what they're doing because I want to feel like them, right? But one thing about these superstars, they're not friends in real life. They're not friends. Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion can't really sit in the same room. They're two females with egos. It don't work like that. But they know, all right, I want more attention than her. I want more attention than her. You got basic women that do the same thing. Come in the same room with another girl and hate what she looks like. But they get paid to do that. So guys click on it. It's just that you have the women that admire the attention of what the superstar is doing. That's what's killing them. It's because women live life based off of emotion. So she's willing to hurt herself to feel good. Like, think about it. Since women went on this big feminist rage, independent rage, right? How many of them have become alcoholics? Fast. How many of them got addicted to cigarettes? Fast. Right? Because they can't handle that pressure. They don't understand that when they look at their superstars, there's $1 million machine being pumped into them that it goes deeper than you feeling pretty and feeling sexy with them. No, you got to go buy that wig. You got to go buy that lipstick. They got to go buy that makeup. They got to go buy all these things to look like them. But when they go get dressed, they got 7 stylists around them. That's where the problem is. See, back in the day, women can distinguish the difference between what a star is and what reality is. And nowadays, these women are just taught to be stars. So they're wearing wigs at 12, 13, 14 years old. They're wearing wigs at that age. Makeup, powder on their face by the time they're 14, 15 years old. The crazy ones are the really 13 and 14-year-olds. These women are losing their mind. I see them in the mall all the time. I'm talking back to their mom. They're really losing their mind. The new millennials, because of imagery, what's been sold. All right? Louis Bill, big shout outs. Let me go. Let me do some super chats. What we got here? God I Am, big shout outs. Block Collar Fam, big shout outs, bro. And I think I got Mr. Keeping It Simple earlier. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to take some calls. I'm going to go ahead and put the link in the description for us to take the calls. And yeah, that's my lecture on Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion. This is only going to get worse. The only problem is that I want you guys to understand is that I'm telling you, they're about to make a tranny a star. Don't get it twisted. That's about to happen. They about to make a tranny a star. Do not get it twisted. All right, we about to take some calls. All right, we're going to start off with my man Jermaine. Hold on one second. Jermaine, how you feel about the video, bro?
Yeah. Honestly, it's crazy, bro. I just got in, like, but kind of sum up with like what the video and everything.
Go ahead.
So wait, what I gotta talk about? I can't hear you. You can hear me? Hello?
All right, we good. How we sound now?
Oh, we good. You hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. So wait, what's the video about again?
Says about Meg Thee Stallion and hold on. Where I got you? Hold on. Meg Thee Stallion and Cardi B video.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this, like, overall, my perspective, I feel like it's a horrible video, to be honest with you, because it's making it okay for to treat their females to be like whores. You know what I'm saying? Like the value how we want like a regular decent female in our, like, that you will probably look at that's professional or whatever the case may be. They're making this become more normalized. You know what I'm saying? So people would think this is most females that are young will think that it's cool. So I feel like this whole image and the whole thing that they're doing, I think it's backwards to me. So I disagree with the whole video.
Oh, okay. All right. Big shout outs to Jose. All right, stay right there. Who we got? We got Red Seas the Blues was second tonight. Go ahead, dog. I'm gonna give you a minute.
All right, man. You know what, man? Welcome to the world we live in. This is the world we live in now. Like, the thing about it is that when I watched it, I was desensitized towards it. It didn't make me mad or nothing. It was just more or less like, this is sword and shield, basically. Like, sharpen your sword, shine the shield. Because this is exactly what we're going to cut. After quarantine, this is what we're going to be dealing with. Like, they're preparing, like, they want us prepared, basically. Like, this is how I take it now. You know, like, when you go outside and you deal with women like this, it's like, yeah, you gotta start talking to them. You gotta listen to them, because guess what? You know, women are women at the end of the day. And guess what? The only thing I can say about this video is, because when I watched it, there was no, adult restrictions on the video. So anybody can watch the video. Your young kids can watch the video. And I got little cousins. So, that kind of, concerns me if they watch this type of stuff. And it's basically just indoctrination, man. Like, that's how I think about it.
All right. Good answer. Hey, Jay, how you feel about the video, bro?
Well, I want to say that I actually didn't see the video, but what I can say is that even without seeing the video, bro, it's just a constant, it's the continuing concept of objectification and degradation, but it's by women themselves. They love to say that we as men do it the most, but you guys do it to yourselves more than we do. And that's why I don't understand how you can have a woman that says men can't call me the B word, but yet amongst her friends or amongst women that she pretends to be friends with, she uses it like it's nothing. So to me, I'm kind of with Red. It's just like I'm desensitized to it at this point. At the end of the day, if this is what they want to do, man, there's nothing you can do to stop them, and you're gonna have to just accept it and either go your own way or, uh, I guess, try to deal with them in a way that benefits you.
All right, good answer. Jamal the dog, how you feel about the video?
How I feel about this video, all I can say is very dramatic. It's very dramatic and very, 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 very appropriate if you ask me. But hey, I know that I know the fact that is when I see it, I'm like I'm very desensitized at that moment. Well, I've been desensitized because I know that woman been overdoing it. Once you overdoing it, basically we got used to it, and not like in the point of view, don't get me wrong, but we got used to it of their behaviors because it's not like it's our first time seeing like this. It happens everywhere if you ask me.
Oh, okay. All right, all right, all right. Good answer, bro. Let's go to low key JC. How you feel about the video, bro?
Man, all I'm gonna say is this, man. I just feel like it's all a part of the agenda at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? They all trying to, just take away our black beautiful queens and use us as puppets, man. So at the end of the day, man, just keep doing you, man. Stay out the way and just focus on getting your bread up.
All right, all right. Good answer, bro. Good answer, bro. All right. King Ben, King Sigma, and King Benjamin.
Yes, sir.
How you
How
feel
we?
about it, bro?
Oh man, listen, I've been desensitized since juvenile. Back that ass up. But the one thing I can say is that I was looking at a clip that you were just playing where Cardi B, she had a snake coming out of her mouth.
Right,
And I also saw that she has the like it's kind of like a chain link with that fucking weave, right?
right,
So that right there is also symbolic that listen, they got them on chain by their fucking head. They just have them on like, hook, line, sinker, ready to go. Like, listen, we could just put these women out here half naked, these dumb hoes will glorify them. These women, they'll just basically eat it up and they'll just want to be exactly like them for no reason. And I honestly, when I just look at this shit, I laugh at it because I'm like, these hoes really fucking glorify this shit. They think that this shit makes them better. They think
right.
that this shit makes them more valuable. So I laugh at them. I say that this doesn't do anything for me. You can't
Exactly.
do anything for me doing this shit. You can't help me.
Right, exactly, bro. I definitely dig it, bro. Definitely dig it. All right, stay right there. I'll be right back. All right, Slow, how you feel about the video, bro?
Oh, yo, what's up? I want to ask you how you feel about this first before I.
Be honest with you, bro. I'm desensitized. I'm a red pill coach. I'm used to researching this shit all day. I see that it's coming. Like I said, it's going to be a tranny next, due to the simple fact that everybody is desensitized to it. It's good, but this is mainly towards the beta males that still exist. Far as women out there, I don't think that like this stuff is going to get old really soon. You know what I mean? This is the
Oh,
last little bit because you got a lot of celebrities going against it.
in the future, I'm scared of this. As a 14-year-old, I think this shit is gonna. In about 20 years, this shit is gonna go crazy. As a Muslim, I'm also desensitized by this shit, and I'm not. What I feel about this is just completely wrong. Women shouldn't be doing this, and I'm happy. What is it called? Our Muslim women aren't doing this. They're closed up and shit. Alhamdulillah. Uh, that
All right, bro. Thanks for calling. You hear? All right. Okay. Black God, how you feel, bro? How you feel about it?
Yo, what up, man? Yo, this is how I feel about it, man. Like, this is actually a race to the bottom, which means more sexuality to the point where it actually becomes animalistic. You got girls on chains and all of that. So it's only gonna get worse from here, and it's pretty much like you said, it's a race to the bottom from Beyonce to Nicki Minaj to now Cardi B to Megan Thee Stallion. And when you even and I actually do love hip hop, and I feel as if back in the days there was always like an evil force and there was like a white force like Lauryn Hill when she came out with the miseducation of Lauryn Hill. to teach young girls to be like upstanding women. But today we don't have that balance. Like we don't have a low and hill of 2020 that's kind of like putting girls back on track. So it's just a matter, hold your daughters close, give them a good education so that they do not get, do not get influenced the wrong way. And I think the reason why people are desensitized is because the addiction to pornography and the addiction to very realistic uh, video games. You know what I'm saying? And people see it all over. So when you ask most people when they see this video, how do you react? People are like they totally desensitized. And we're talking about animalistic subliminal message. I mean, just I was looking at the lyrics here. Like the first lyric is "Beat it up, baby, capture charge." So this is like a trap for beta males.
Right.
Capture charge, go through the divorce court and get put to the cleaners and take pretty much all of your money. So like the subliminal message is like this is actually a trap. Like if you're not awake, this is actually a trap, and she'll trap you with that WAP. So there you have it.
All right, all right. Good answer, bro. Good answer. Hey, I'm gonna be letting some of y'all out. If y'all want to come back in, just go right back into it. I got a lot of people trying to get in. Hold on. Hold the truth. How you feel about the video, bro?
Yo, what's good, Anthony Spade? What's good, brother?
What's good?
Well, I'm gonna say this, man, and a lot of y'all talking about desensitizing and all that. That's already been lost, man. This is what I've been talking about. This is no more than advertisement for how the majority of women are fast food. And now, when it comes to the black women, what this does is it only makes a Kylie Jenner and it only ups the white woman. Because notice, they had to switch so many wigs just to get that same hair texture that Kylie Jenner in the video just walked in with. It only weakens the image and further pushes how the black woman is below the white woman at the end of the day.
All right, all right. Good answer, brother. Good answer, brother. All right. Star Fox, how you feel about it?
Yo, G, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yo, lovely show, man. Let me say one thing to you, bro. When you said that the trannies are next, dude, that hit me hard, bro. I believe that's some real prophetic type shit, man. I believe that's prophecy, bro. I think you just like predicted some shit, bro, for real, man. That
Right.
was deep, G.
All right.
But I
Thanks,
just
bro.
want to say one thing for real, man. Like, I just looked at my cousin, man. She's a single mother, and tell me why her daughter is 9 years old, blood, and she was twerking on camera, G. 9 years old, G.
Because
Little girl ain't even, huh?
it became it's a culture now. It's not a
Blood,
phase.
bro, it's crazy because she don't even have her period yet. Excuse my language. Like, she's not even, the bitch ain't even got no titties yet, G. She's 9 years old and she twerking blood on camera, G. I'm shocked. I'm
Right.
like, what the fuck? Like, this is crazy, bro. And I just want to say, man, you're doing great work, man. And I just want to let everybody know in the chat room, and if you're watching this right now, man, I really believe you blessed, man, because
All
you're above the game. You're above the game, man. Like
right. Thanks,
Anthony
bro.
putting you up on game, man. Yo, great work, G. And this whole WAP video thing, man, it's trash, man. It's
All right.
trash.
All right. Good
Real
answer,
talk.
bro. Good answer,
Yeah.
bro. Good answer. Mr. Anonymous, how you feel about it, brother?
Hey, what's up, Spade?
What's going
I
on?
I am like most that have not watched the video. I have no need to watch the video, because like many, I'm totally desensitized to this. And I know what I would love for you to do, if it's possible, is to get a woman on here and ask them how do they feel about this video. And the thing as men, what we need to do is raise the bar so that women know that this is not acceptable to show any kind of value to a man. And so that's the only way to turn the trend. Because right, like you said, this isn't over. It's only going to get worse. We headed towards RuPaul 2.0, and you're talking about a tranny. Remember during the George Floyd outbreak up in Minnesota, and I believe they were having a press conference with the governor. They could have picked anybody to sing a song to galvanize and bring people together, and they picked a tranny to sing
Right.
that song.
Right. Right. I definitely agree with you, bro. But you got to realize the elites are in control of that.
Absolutely.
All right. Good answer, bro. Ko Ren, what's that? Kalo Ren? How you feel about it, bro?
Holy crap, I'm on. I didn't think I was gonna get on. Just a shout out, bro. I love what you're doing, man. And ever since, like, I've been watching channels like such as yours and getting red pilled. My eyes have been open, bro. For especially from a guy that's about to be 30 this year, and I'm 29 right now, and I'm starting to see exactly what you've been saying. And even in my gut feeling and my conscience, in the back of my mind, was like telling me something like, "The whatever you're doing, bro, it doesn't feel right. I don't think it's going right. You should probably just like focus on yourself, do whatever makes you happy, and just have your own manifest destiny, and you'll be at in a good place." And I can say for right now, I'm in a good place. Even though that since quarantine kind of has everyone on the edge, and all that type of stuff. But yeah, man, freaking your show and a bunch of other YouTubers such as yourself freaking have my eyes open, and holy crap, dude. I can't believe I've been like, been like stuck in the matrix and like not take the damn red pill just yet until now.
All right, bro. I'm proud of you, bro. Hopefully, just keep watching so you get better. Next, figure out your purpose, chase your purpose, and you'll be good to go. All right.
Yes, yes,
All right.
sir. Have a
Thank you
good
for
one.
calling, bro. You too. All right. Next, we got Jamal. I got you already. Canadian Spawn. How do you
Yo,
feel about it?
yo, Spade, what's good, bro? How you
What's
been?
How you doing, bro?
I hope you're keeping safe with the pandemic we're still in, man. Now, I gotta say about this video, it was when I saw this video, man, I just laughed, man. I mean, this new era of these women thawing up and shit, it's like it's disgusting, man. You know what's really sad too? It makes it harder not only just simps, but original people who just want a normal family, who just want to get married, have children, live a happy life. You know, like if this was the 90s, because I was born in 86 and I grew up in the 90s, like when we didn't have social media, internet and stuff. If this was the 90s, then everything would have been cool. Like there wouldn't be none of this. People would have girlfriends, get married, have children. You know, it's just that I don't know what to say, man. Like this new era that we're living in is it's disgusting, man.
Right.
Like and you know, like one of those other cars talking about his 9-year-old girl, 9-year-old girl was twerking and stuff. I saw this one video. I subscribed to another YouTuber named Tommy Sotomayor, and he one time posted a video. This is like months back about a little 10-year-old girl getting in a car with some Mexican dude, and it was like even these girls are starting at this young age. It's disgusting because it's I know what I blame to Spade. I blame these single mothers, and the reason why I say that is because they want to be independent and they don't need a man in their life because they teaching these young boys to be sissies and to respect women no matter what, even if they had a past history of thoughting it up, banging so many dudes and having kids with convicts and drug hustlers and pimps and stuff, and then you're teaching these young girls, to thought up, you can wear whatever you want. It's okay for to deal with a dude who's a player who cheats on you and all that stuff. It's disgusting. This new era we're living in, and I'm so grateful for the red pill era because and I tell you one thing, this red pill thing, it's gonna be taken over. I'm telling you this in the future. In the future, this feminism is gonna be terminated. Like it's gonna be over. Red pill is going to take over and dominate. And when women see this shit, they're gonna say to themselves, "I should have never done this. I should have just been a normal woman and been with the person and get married and settle down." Red pill is going to take over. I'm telling you this right now, Spade. It's going to start. It's gonna be taking over.
All
You know
right,
what I'm saying?
preach. Canadian Spawn, he ain't playing around with it. I agree with you, bro.
Wait, I got, and you know, wait, one thing. And you know what's gonna happen? Like when you heard about Nicki Minaj that had the baby with the child the sex offender what's his name the dude that she's married to. When I
Yeah.
heard about stuff, women like that, what's gonna happen is they're gonna have these babies with these men. They're not gonna be around no more. And you know what's gonna happen in the future when they hit the wall completely, like in their mid-40s? They're gonna try to holler at the dude they pretty much put in the friend zone or whatever and shit, and they're gonna be like, "Oh hey, what's going on? I wasn't ready for you back then, but I think I want you to give me a chance. You know what's gonna happen? Them dudes aren't gonna be waiting for him no more because these women think that the dudes they put in the friend zone or they ignored or whatever, they think they're gonna be waiting for them like it's like Walmart layaway or some shit, and then those dudes are either gonna be um with a girl that's much cuter than them, like a foreign girl or something, or they're gonna become billionaire playboys, like Tony
All right,
Stark
we
or some
got you. We
shit.
got you. Hey, Swan, calm down, bro. We got you, Swan. All right.
I'm sorry, man. I'm just
All
so
right. Hey,
hyped up,
hey,
man.
hey, hey. I get you. Take a break
Hey,
for a second.
especially
I'll
with
come
the.
back. I'm gonna
All
come
right,
back to you. All right. Take a break. I'm
all
gonna
right,
come back.
Punk.
All right. Woo. I was about to go in on that one. I see you, Jermaine. Black Dog. How you? Oh, did I get you already? All right. We going back up. Red sings the blues back up. We still got some people that's trying to come in. All right. Hold on, Swan. Let me bring somebody else in. Who we got? And Jermaine, Anonymous. All right. He just said a lot, and I agree with him. But what I want guys to understand when it comes to women and why you see women doing that. Now, like he said, they have made men weaker. All right. But you have to understand, men are looking weaker because we're used to men being strong. But as the men have become weaker, so have the women. So the women every day are looking at their phones. They're looking at their standards of being a woman go up. So their insecurity levels are actually coming down just like men is coming down as well. The only difference is men live logically, women live off emotions, which means that women can benefit off the feeling of being weak. Men can't benefit off the feeling of being weak because she's led by emotions. If they were led by their brain, Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion, they wouldn't do this, right? This is why, like, when I look at women that are giving advice to men about women, you got to look at how they're dressed, right? Because if you got a woman giving you advice on men, right, on her channel, and she's dressing provocative, that's what you call strawberry jelly bean. She know how to tell you what you want to hear, but she's using her body to lure you in. You have a lot of women on YouTube that does that, right? But when you come across a woman that's actually giving you knowledge about women, if she's covered up, that's the woman you want to listen to. Because when women are really smart, they cut everything that exposes their body out. What we have in today's world is that being that society has become weak in general, like it's became a weak, vulnerable society, being that it's an emotional society, women have the upper hand because they body relies off of them having mood swings. See, the same way a woman feels at 8 o'clock, she's gonna feel different at 10 o'clock. She's gonna feel different at 2 o'clock. The man that can watch her mood swings and he's the guy that can stay the same is the guy she falls in love with. That's why red pill is crucial to you guys. It's because we're never going to get the message across to a woman. There's going to be some scattered women out there that actually listen to the red pill, that actually listen to what we're saying, and they're going to agree with it. But for the most part, most women out there are not going to grasp onto the truth because the aura in the air is an emotional weak aura, which puts a woman in a natural state of mind. So you would say, like, why are women proud to be baby mamas? Why are they proud to destroy themselves? Because they're not living for logical reasoning. They're living to feel a certain way. So divorce rates are going up because men and women want to feel free. You know what I'm saying? Look how many during the quarantines that just all of a sudden, all of these divorces, right? Because women wanted to feel a certain way. That's why the divorces are coming up now. It's because their emotions are boggling up, and a lot of husbands are allowing it because being cooped around their wife for long periods of time has drove a man mad. If you want to keep a woman in check, you have to learn to be emotionless and call her out on it. You know what I'm saying? When I used to talk to girls and they had a mood swing, I used to be like, shut up. They'd be like, who you talking to like that? Like, I'm talking to you, and deal with it, because in another hour or so, you're not going to even be acting like that. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to call a woman out because that's why a woman needs an alpha male. Someone to say, stop that. Stop acting stupid. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Women really want a man that's doing that. But as long as society is becoming too emotional, then she has to do everything in life that make her feel a certain way, that makes her feel good. So the question that I want to ask everybody tonight is, do you think in today's time we would actually have a phase that women go through to where they actually humble themselves and try to become wives again? Or do you think the psychological desensitizing damage that's been done to mankind is far from subsiding, if that makes sense? I think it makes sense. And I'm going to start off with Red Sings to Blue. How do you feel? Based off of the nature of women now, do you feel that we would be getting women back, or do you feel like they're full blown gone? And another thing, if there's any women out there that are in the chat, I'm putting a link in right now. Come on here and let us know. Let us know how you feel about the situation. I'm not going to take shots at you. I'm not going to make you look stupid. Call into the show and let the guys know how you feel about it. We're going to start off with Red Sings the Blues. How do you feel? Have we lost our women, or do you think that we'll get them back?
So here's what I'm going to say to this, man. In order for there to be a renaissance, there has to be a recession first. And what I mean is this. You already see it now. In 2020, there's lots of women going for OnlyFans. Even the girl next door, the good girl, is going for OnlyFans. You didn't like. The thing about it is that it's got to get worse before it gets better. There are going to be lots of women trying to do OnlyFans. They're going to be trying to hit up guys for money and stuff like that, have sex with guys and stuff like that. It's going to happen because now we are in this time where, decadence is just prevalent. You're seeing this video, like everyone saw it. The thing about it is that it has been accepted. So the first thing that it's going to have to do is there has to be a recession where women will have to say to themselves this, all right, I'm giving my body away and stuff like that. And there's nothing I can do about that. And then men, on the other hand, there will be a recession of men as well. Both genders right now are in a recession. And I'll say this before you end it on me. Men and women both are going to go through a recession before there is a renaissance. You see a lot of guys starting to take the red pill, so to speak, and then you're seeing a lot of women coming into our space right now because there is something going on. The government's fucked. Everything's starting to get fucked on people. So now it's to the point where the recession has to get so bad, then it starts getting a little bit good, where women's now start to see, all right, now I need a man, now I need a strong man in there, and now men need to see I need to be stronger, not for them, but for myself. And that's how I'm going to end it.
All right. Good answer. Let's go to AJ Taylor. Will we get women back, or are they gone for good?
I think in this current time, women are gone for good, and a lot of it is because female manipulation is one of the easiest aspects to understand about how they operate. If any man wants to know the core of how to get a woman to behave, just know that it all starts in the mind. And the world that we live in now, the culture that we in, they know it's easy to promote sexuality and degradation of women because women are just going to go along with it due to them not liking confrontation and pushback from the society that we live in. So it'll literally have to be, and I know we talked about this on the past live stream, it'll have to be a complete reset. And the thing is that with the times that we in now, it's not a lot of alpha males, it's not a lot of sigma males, it's mostly just beta males. And it's a lot of dudes that they may go around, they may have a ton of muscles, or they may look masculine, but they act like bitches, they act feminine, they act soft. And women are seeing this, and women at their core, no matter how much they try to act like it, they don't want to deal with weak dudes. And I agree with Red. It's going to be a recession before there's a renaissance. Like, it's going to be dudes more dudes that take the red pill. You're still gonna have your dudes that are beta, but you're gonna have a lot of more dudes taking a red pill and trying to decide what to do next. And you're gonna see women see that and they're gonna say, okay, these guys are aware of our nature now. What do we need to do? And they're gonna come right to us to try to figure out how to go about changing themselves. And I think that's when the Renaissance begins.
All right. Good answer, bro. Good answer. King Ben, how you feel about it? Have we lost our women, or will we get them back?
For this time period, nah, they are definitely gone because society and the media has basically warped their mind to make them think a certain type of way that, to be whorish, but honestly, to be woman in these times, to be woman is to be prostitute. Every woman does everything to try and get a resource, usually from a man. So that resource could be money, it could be status, it could be clout. But to be woman is to be prostitute. They have to sell themselves in order to get a resource out of a man. Now, in the future, since you and I both believe we're going into an NWO, and we just saw things going on in Beirut, but I don't want to get too political. But I definitely believe that the only way we could get them back is if we get to like some type of cataclysmic event where, like, again, the economy's down, people are, homeless, people living on the street, all that extra stuff. When society gets so low, women will come to men and say, listen, we will make our own bread. We will wear our own clothes. Just please allow us to take your last name. That is written in scripture. So that is what is going to happen. Society is going to get so low, so broken down, so much war, so much torment that society and these women are just going to have to come. They're just going to have to come crouching. They're going to have to do that, and that's fine because these women have run rampant long enough. They have, and it's time for them to get put to a low, not a low state, but it's time for these women to act submissive again. It's time for them to do that.
All right. Good answer, brother. Good answer. King becoming deep. Hold the truth. Let them know how it is. Hold the truth. Have we
Well,
lost them, or will we get them back?
well, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Now I think it was Red Singh, right? Red Singh replied, "I'm gonna tell y'all this. That whole hope of a recession that ain't gonna work because we had that in 2008. Look at where we are now. The truth is this, and I did a series on this. It's called and it's called Feminism Fuels the Future, and I'm gonna tell y'all why, and this will explain why we've lost women. All women right now, because of the way the law is, they want you to be that feminist, that female, that feminine, that gay dude. That's who they want you to be. That emotional, that over controlled and ruled by you know what I'm saying, idolizing their weakness. And what's going to happen, and this is what I'm gonna tell y'all, y'all need to, and this is a flaw we as men need to overcome. Like, Anthony Spade does a lot of videos, like a lot of guys on female delusion. I'm gonna tell y'all this. We men suffer from the worst delusion, because check this out. A woman needs to put on makeup to live her delusion. We just need a mind state. Us living on hope, the women are gone. And the nail in the coffin, I'm gonna tell y'all this, I covered on a series, is that once the gay men start saying we want to have our own children, it's over. What's coming next, and I'm gonna tell you this, Anthony Spade dated a lot of women overseas. What's coming is, what are women here domestically? And Anthony, I want to get your thoughts on that. What are they gonna do when men here dating women overseas and only having a family overseas becomes a mainstream event? What will they do? We need to stop asking about them. When it comes to us, they're coming back. The question needs to be, we in the position of power. What will they do when men here turn their eyes away from women domestically and say, yo, I only date women overseas. I only fuck women here. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna reply to you on that because I've only dated Middle Eastern women for the past 8 years.
Look,
You know what I mean? So I don't. Far as like a black woman and a white woman, I don't even look at them anymore. Like I haven't dated a black woman in probably like 17 years. You know what I mean? So when it comes to like the Middle Eastern girl, yeah, I'm used to that right there. You know what I mean? I won't go back. I'll go into Spanish, but I won't go black women and I won't go white women. And the reason why is because like women overseas, right? They may act like they want to be liberated, but at the end of the day, what they value more is actually having a man. You
Mm,
know what I'm saying? Like they value actually being with a man. Like I've seen Muslim women act like they wanted to be liberated, but then their man says, "Hey, we're not doing that." And they're like, "All right, let me go put my scarf on." You know what I'm saying? I've seen that here.
mm,
I've seen husbands tell their wives, like, "If you take this scarf off in public, I am leaving you."
mm.
You know what I'm saying? But I've also seen girls take their scarf off and their mom, auntie, and everybody beat them down for doing it.
Look at that.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm used to that. So when it comes to like other women, that's why I don't pay attention to the white woman and the black woman because they're the first ones that's under the hypnosis.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? Because they're in America. A lot of these women that come here and try to act like them, it's only a little phase.
mm.
You know what I'm saying? They
Well,
get to the point of their life where they're like, you know what? I'm ready to have kids. I'm
well,
ready to get married. Let me
well,
stop. Let me stop acting stupid.
well, let me ask you one more thing. Do you think it's because, all right, let's say you dating a chick from overseas, since she got no family here, and and her family coming here is based on the man's will to actually bring a family here. The fact that she don't got as many options and support here, it keeps her in line versus the woman here that I'm gonna leave you, I'm gonna go to my aunties or my cousins and them and jump to the next dude. They don't, you know what I mean?
What you got to also realize here is that it doesn't matter if she come here because her family's not here and that's what keeps her humble. You have to understand they see the difference between American women and them soon as they try to be like American women. You
Mm,
know what I'm saying? Like I was talking to an Arabic girl that started going to high school with black kids. You know what I'm saying? So she started hanging out with the black girls, and I'm like, "Why are you hanging out with the black girls?" And she's like, "Oh, they're so entertaining." You know what I mean? Like they're always hyper, they're always fighting, and they're always so I hang around them because they're entertaining. And I was like, they're always entertaining till you become the joke. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? So the same Arabic girl, I talked to her a month later. I was like, "Hey, how you going with you and your little black friend?" She said, "I don't hang around them no more because they stopped being friends again. They started fighting each other."
uh,
You know what I'm saying? So
well, that-
she started going back hanging with the Arabic girls that she was used to. You know what I'm saying? That's what you have to understand is that other cultures try to visit the American culture. They're only visiting. The moment they actually get deep into it, they realize like I'm not happy. I don't have a man. My mom and dad's been married for 30 years. You know what I'm saying? They wake up faster because their moms are not telling them to liberate themselves. You feel what I'm saying? In America, a black woman, the first thing she gonna tell her daughter is, "You don't need a man. You better get out here and do everything in the world so you never need a man." But in those other cultures, they tell their moms are still telling them, "A man's not gonna want this. A man's not gonna want that." You know what I'm saying? They're still telling her like, "A man's not gonna want this." So you're not gonna see Middle Eastern women 30, 40, 50 years old single.
word.
You feel you don't even see that. Matter of fact, you don't even see too many Spanish women after the age of 25 single.
Damn.
Like think about it. How many single Spanish women you know in their 30s? Right.
You
They
ain't lying.
wake up, right, because their culture tells them you have to be married. It's the same thing in the Middle Eastern culture. Some of them come over here. They do. But I'm telling you, it's a little phase.
Mm,
They realize I don't have a man. They realize that faster, and that's where their value is at. Their value is actually being a wife. It's not living on my own, doing all this and doing all that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I've noticed about Middle Eastern women. When they come here, they want to take off the scarf. They want to be liberated at first, but they sit around stressing like, you know what? I ain't got no man. Let me go back. Let me go back around my people and straighten up. You know what I'm saying?
with the scarf back.
Right. No, I'm so used to that. You know what I mean? Like
Word.
other women are not really that appealing to me.
Oh,
I'm desensitized to it.
One more thing you bring up with that is, I've been telling a lot of brothers this. Check this out. I don't know if you follow basketball, Lonzo Ball. The thing is, it's been proven as a black man, as long as that kid has black features, he's black. What us black men need to start looking at is that our genetics has to be a priority. If a woman disrespects your genetics, puts you down because you're saying your hair nappy, like Anthony did a video way back about light skinned man versus the dark skinned man and the action he was getting. You have to understand as a black man, that ain't your black queen. As soon as a woman hates your genetics, displays any sign of disrespect to your genetics, you have to move on. And the other thing you got to look at is, all the reason I say this, a lot more black men are attracted to other women. It's a psyche thing because they're not ashamed of their genetics. You know what I'm saying? Like like you said, you date a Middle Eastern woman, Spanish woman. You don't see them trying to alter their genetics, be how their hair is or nothing like that. You just like, they're one and acceptant with who they are.
But
So
you got, yeah, but you have to understand this as well. When
oh,
they come here, at first they do try to liberate themselves.
mhm.
They try to want to live the American lifestyle. They try it. I've seen it.
Well,
I've seen it hand in hand. But I can tell you this: it doesn't last that long.
mm,
You know what I mean? Like they stop all that early because it's more valuable to them to actually be in a relationship. It's not valuable for a black woman to be in a relationship. It's not valuable for a white woman to be in a relationship. For both of them, they realize what's happened. America has them convinced that they don't need a man.
mm,
But in the Eastern world, that's all they've seen. Their mothers have been married for 40 years. Their grandma has been married for 60 years. You know what I'm saying? That's all they know.
mm,
So it's like they're visiting, but then it's like, all right, I don't want to do that no more.
mm.
But not black women. A black woman don't wake up until she's 45, 50 years old, fat, sloppy, can't get a man. Now she's dating a guy she's been avoiding for 20 years.
Mm.
You feel what I'm saying? Majority of black women over 40, they went back and married that beta male that just didn't go nowhere.
Dropping the bomb.
You feel what I'm saying?
Word.
All right, bro. Thanks for calling in. I'm going to go to Mr. Anonymous. Mr. Anonymous, how you feel about it, brother?
All right, as far as are women lost for right now, I would say yes. And just like AJ said, and we talked about this a couple of weeks ago, until we have this hard reset, this is pretty much what you're going to have to deal with. And I feel like the older women failed the younger generation of women in so many areas, including the single motherhood and just like you said, the preaching that get it on your own, you don't need a man. Another problem is we have red pill philosophy as our renaissance as men, but women don't have that same vehicle, so they're out there actually lost. They don't have direction. We at least have direction, and that's pretty much what men provide. And they've kind of shunned that and turned their back on that, at least in the Western society.
All right.
But like I said, until they are completely stripped down and humbled, will we start the rebirth of women in the Western society? It's just like muscles; you have to tear it down to build it up. Same
All right.
philosophy.
All right. Good answer. Good answer, brother. Jamal the dog, how you feel? Have we lost women or will
Uh,
we get
to
them
be,
back?
to be honest, man, I have no faith in them anymore. To be honest, and the why is that? Because they degrading themselves a lot of years. Because I know the fact that it started off with love and hip hop, next to social media, and next thing you know, women has to compete with everybody, and now they're using all men for money, sex, and everything. And I was like, wow, they really, really sell their souls for anything, and now they hit rock bottom to the point where that they really don't care as much as women of themselves anymore. They always wanted men to build up their egos, but their egos is so mighty high, they forgot who they are anymore. They don't know their real selves anymore. They use plastic surgeries and all that surgeries and all that just to impress a man. But at the same time, you're destroying yourself. You're making men scaring actually make men feel scared at that moment. And not only that, they To be honest, women beat their men mentally, not just physically, but mentally, and that's just torturing. And therefore, all I could say is we lost our women, and this is it. Time for me to move on.
All right, bro. All right, good answer. Black Dog, have we lost women or will we get them back?
Yo, what up, man? All right, man. This is what I'm gonna say. My bad, man. Let me slide on. All right, check this out, man. First of all, let's talk about a few statistics. This has been going on for a long time. So as of today, can we say that we have lost our women? Yeah. I mean, the divorce rate is 51%. The rate of teen pregnancy is over 40%. And the problem that we have today is what I like to call monetized attention. Instagram, OnlyFans, streamers, they can literally monetize their attention with, their quote unquote body, their asset. So as of right now, have we lost a big majority of our women? Yes. But does that mean that it's over? I don't think it is. I think the Anthony Spade of the word, I think the MS of the word, I think the MJ Get Right, like all those there's like a revolution of red pill guys that are taking back manhood. So that's a good thing because that means that it's going to be the return of patriarchy, which I think is a good thing. And I want to talk this as far as Western women, as far as women in the Western world, because like you said, and I deal with like a little bit of both women because I'm from African descent. When I look at African women or Middle Eastern women or Hispanic women, from what I see, from my experience, they still value marriage. They still value not having a kid out of wedlock, but having a kid with a man. They still value having your last name, and they still value being submissive to the man. So you can say that culture trumps strategy in the sense that in that culture, if you have a woman, if you have a kid out of wedlock, it's shamed upon. If you're having sex left and right, and you don't have some type of values, it's shamed upon. So the value system that the religion and the culture creates, you know, makes that these women are more submissive to their men. And again, I'm talking, African culture, Middle Eastern culture, Hispanic culture. And as far as in the Western world, I think the only thing is the more guys need to be more red pill aware, and whether it's the young generation of guys like Supreme Conscious, for example, pushing that red pill message, or whether it's like guys that are a little bit older, like you, for example, MS, pushing the red pill message. More guys are gonna go to that red pill lens, to that red pill filter, and I think that's gonna bring back the return of patriarchy. Is it gonna happen this year, next year, within the next 5 years? No, this is gonna be a long process. It's almost like pressing down the reset button. Just one
All right.
point that I wanted to make. When you look at this video, it is true. Look at how the black and the Hispanic women look in this video versus the shot that has Kylie Jenner. She looks clean. She's walking. Versus the others are doing all type of degrading dance. So you have to really peep the game. You have to really peep the subliminal message. And this is something that Pac said. When he was at the shooting range, when they asked him, "Will hip hop ever be better?" And what he said was very clear. If you have brothers that have big nuts and that are not afraid to take on hard social issue, hip hop will be in a great state. But if you have guys that have no spinal cord, that'll just fall for anything, then no, so know where you stand. But we have to look into our past. We have great books. We have had great leaders. So I think the return of patriarchy, it is possible. It can still be done. It's just not gonna happen overnight. So
All right. Good answer. Good answer, bro. Good
man, thanks a
answer.
lot. And shout out to all the work that you're doing, man. Appreciate it. Learning a lot from you, learning a lot from everybody. I mean, this is truly like an eye opener, man. So shout out to Anthony Spade. Thanks a lot for all the work you're doing, bro.
All right, bro. Thanks for calling in. Thanks for calling in. Jermaine World, how do you feel, bro? We lost our women or will we get them back?
Honestly, I'm gonna say it like this, man. If you don't change your environment, you can't change your mind. So like I feel like when I say if you don't change your environment, you don't change your mind. If we're in a society, right, where we're promoting all this type of stuff on media, TV, videos, you got females in schools playing twerk songs and stuff like that in elementary schools and stuff like that. If you don't change your environment, it's going on. I've seen it from my eyes, like kids, you know what I'm saying? So if you don't change your environment, you know what I mean, that's what's gonna always happen. So we honestly right now we definitely lost. We definitely lost a lot of the females. But what I could say is I could tiptoe on what the other guy was saying. Pretty much, I don't know his name. He made a legit point too. When you looking like different like cultures, like the Caribbean, like you looking like African or like other Latinos, they more females have a little bit more value. You know what I'm saying? So their
Right.
mindset's a little bit more different than like what you were saying, like the black and white, like you don't mess with them completely. So it's a little bit different, and that's why sometimes even the way I move, because I'm Jamaican, my parents, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so I always tell my friends all the time. I was raised by foreigners. I'm living different. And I say that phrase, they don't, and I break it down to them like, oh, no wonder why you know what I'm saying?
All
So
right.
I feel like in this situation, yeah, we more like we just lost them.
All right. Thank you. Good job. Good answer, bro. Good answer. All right. Star Fox. Star Fox, how do you feel? Did we lose him or we still got him?
Hey man, we definitely lost him, man. And I love what that last caller said when he said he's Jamaican and he's from the foreign, because I was actually born in England, but I was raised in Florida, and we all know how ratchet Florida get. You feel me? But I actually moved back to England, and I want to let people know this whole mentality is worldwide, man. It's
Right.
everywhere. This is what it is. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. So like, I love what he was talking about because like we see it from different eyes. You know what I mean? Like I live in the
Right.
UK, and like this is how they get down over here, bro. And I'm just watching how the game is moving and how like a ripple that starts in America, it creates waves all over the world, man. And what you also mentioned about the Middle East, bro, that was true because I remember back in high school when I was back in Florida, I had this little, little cute little Middle Eastern thing. You know what I'm saying? Her name was Salam. You feel me? And it was like she had a lot of femininity, and she had to watch the way she moved because she came up very strict in a very strict household. You know what I mean? So like you guys are on a whole nother level. Like this is real talk, man. This is real talk. And yeah, man, I really love what y'all doing, man. I really do, man.
All
And
right.
like you already the question that you asked, we all know the answer to this, baby. Like it's a wrap for these hoes, blood. It's a wrap. You
All
already
right.
know.
All right. Good answer. Good answer, bro. Good answer. Thanks for calling into the show, Star Fox. Kalo Red, how do you feel, bro? We lost our women or are we getting them back?
Well, man, yeah, I have to say, I think it's kind of like a double-edged sword, really. Have we lost them right now? Sure. Will we get them back eventually? When? Not entirely sure. And yeah, and I have to like also agree with what that Jamaican caller had to say about that too, because also coming from a guy who's Hispanic or Latino, that the what was her name uh in the music video?
Cardi B.
Yeah, that that even from coming from like a Latino again, that I'm even kind of like concerned about that too, because like I can tell you from my family and at least in my also cultural views that like most of our women like that are won't get like that. Yeah, sure, there'll be some, but not all of them, because thankfully I grew up in a good family and I have good family on my mom's side, because when she came over to this country, and also my grandmother, she wasn't a resident here, but thankfully, God rest her soul, that she passed away back in June, but she had taught me like a lot of stuff about life, and she only been married once and she never remarried, and even till that day on her deathbed, she continued to wear a wedding band. So definitely, what that tell to your viewers out there is that like the sanctity of marriage, or like the value of marriage, should be like that, honestly. And not only was that on my mom's side, but even on my dad's side, where some of the men who I had an uncle who only married once also, and he never remarried, even though that women would come, give him offers, because let's be honest, he was a handsome dude, and I didn't think that my uncle was a handsome guy.
Hey, thank you, thanks for calling, Red. You threw me off somewhere else. Hey, AJ, how you feel about it, bro?
Man, I think I already answered this question, right?
Oh, we back. Oh, my bad. Hold on. Oh, Dirty, how you feel about it, bro?
Hey, two things quick. Number one, guess what they don't have in Venezuela anymore as soon as the collapse happened? No slut walks and no feminism, and women doctors and women lawyers are going across into Colombia and whoring themselves out for a can of peaches. That's what it's going to take here, a full economic collapse or the government running out of money. Otherwise, women always don't need no man because the government is their man. But I have one other thing real quick before we come down hard on the gay men aspect. Gay men, because they're the most favorite high status oppressed group right now, has done more accidentally for men's rights than the men's rights movement has done in 100 years. So, what is the only thing that women can do? I mean, the price of puss now has become real cheap thanks to feminism, but we still can't have babies. But if the artificial womb, if a lot of money is thrown at that and the research so that gay men can have children or even lesbians can have children and don't need no man, we have taken away the only thing that women are worth anything for, and then it's over.
Oh, he went a little bit deeper on that. Good answer, old Dirty. Good answer. Big shout outs to Remy Red. That's the Air Force brother right there, Remy Red. Right, we getting a lot of good answers here tonight when it comes to these women. You know what I mean? But my question is, another question, and we're going to keep this one to about 30 to 45 seconds. All right, the question here is, will women be desensitized to themselves? See, when you ask a woman why she dressed like that, she'll say, I'm dressing like that for women. We know they're dressing like that for women, but she's just checking out the competition. But will women get to the point where they look at other women and be like, you know what? She's a tramp. You know what? Maybe we don't want to see that no more. Maybe she should put on clothes. Do you think women will actually become desensitized to sexualizing themselves and then they humble themselves? Red, how do you feel? Will women become desensitized to themselves?
Well, the thing about it is, man, is that women know other women and they hate themselves for it. So at a certain point, it's going to be this. So there will be certain women that will say, you know what, maybe I don't need to do this anymore. There will be a lot of women that say, you know what, women's empowerment. The thing about it is that it's going to look, if she hasn't hit the wall yet, it's not going to happen. If there is some sort of instance in where she didn't, then that might happen. But it all boils down to the age of her and where she is in the marketplace value. If she has a little bit of value, probably. If she has no value, forget about it.
All right, so you're saying no value. She's not going to, so you're saying she won't desensitize herself until she just has no value?
Yeah.
All right, good answer, good answer. Let's see here. King Ben, how you feel? Will women desensitize themselves?
Nah, never. No,
Never?
because
All right.
these women, no, they are always in competition with one another. First of all, so no matter what, they always gonna try and flaunt their assets or try and use their looks to get ahead. So no, women will never desensitize themselves or humble themselves until a man puts them in that type of position. That's the only way that it's gonna happen.
All right, so you're saying, hold on, what you got playing in the background?
Oh, I got that. I got that Laker and Denver game playing right now.
Because I can hear that loud and clear.
My bad, kinfolk.
Nah, so my thing is when it comes to these women,
Yeah.
I feel like what's happening in Isaiah is about to happen. I just don't know how it's gonna happen. One thing that I am noticing is that these younger kids nowadays, they look like old people. You know what I'm saying? Like they say they don't. Like they're looking.
They do. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I was standing in line at the gas station, and I'm like, you know, like the track teams running around the school and stuff
Yeah.
preparing. Right. You know, I'm at the gas station. I'm like, all right, here come the track team. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? They look like adults. You know what I mean? Like
Hey, yeah,
adults, like
yeah.
things, like even the women. I'm like, these look like 30-year-old women. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not supposed to have cellulite while you're in high school. You know what I mean? But I
Hey,
understand. That's the thing I
that
look at it.
that also could be contributed to the diet. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was in high school, we definitely had pizza and fries and shit like that, but we still had like salads and subs or veggie wraps or whatever. But nah, these women nowadays they want to eat bacon cheeseburgers, they want to eat tacos, they want to eat Chipotle, they want to eat Burger King. They want to do all this and then they want to put on the waist trainer and then they want to walk outside thinking that they're skinny.
Right.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
know
It
delusion.
doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. It really doesn't. If you're, and that's another thing. Thanks for calling in, bro. That's another thing that I want the women to understand. If your stomachs, I want women to understand. If women are watching this, your stomach does not belong in leggies. All right. We got to stop that. The delusion is going too high. Like the delusion is almost a form of mental illness that no one is taking responsibility for. Like literally, no one's taking responsibility for it. Hold on, let me go back to my stream. All right, hold the truth. How you feel? Will women desensitize themselves?
Well, I'm gonna tell you this, man. They can't be desensitized to themselves because we're looking at it from this perspective. They could be desensitized. They're looking at it as we do the less. Let's just look. Let's not clean. Let's not cook. Let's just sell what we've been selling. And another thing we gotta look at is they're looking at it as their turn. Okay, when I'm 18 to 26. I get to sleep around. I get to hold around all day. That's what this video we looking at. Then it's they're stuck in a loop. That loop is I'ma fuck around, ride the carousel like y'all be saying. Then in my 30s, I'ma look for a man. They're stuck in a loop. And because the law promotes that loop, you can't get desensitized when it's telling you to do less work. Just sell a man your body and you deserve everything. I know some chicks where their house is mad dirty, but because they could sell you on how they look and they just want to fuck you and get control, the rest don't matter. They can't get desensitized from what's telling them that you need to do less. Just shake your ass, move your body. Even in the song, they got a lyric where she says, I don't cook, I don't clean, I open my legs.
All
We
right.
got, what I mean, less work, man. We got to look at it like that.
All right, all right. Good answer, bro. Good answer. All right, let's go ahead and get those likes up if you want. Let's go ahead and get those likes up. Donate to the channel if you want. Show me some love. Mr. Anonymous, how you feel about it? Will women desensitize themselves?
No, not just like the last caller said. In the society where we are now, where they have all the advantages and we have most of the disadvantages, that just won't happen. That won't happen until we take our attention and resources away and raise our standards. I've said that before. Uh, they don't have anyone to follow, and like I said, as a woman, their attributes are given to them without putting in any work. A woman can just wake up, you know, and throw on some makeup or throw on some tights over the stomach, like you said. I'm still laughing about that, and she's going to get attention, and they thrive off attention. So we as men, we take our attention away. That's how we get them to come back.
All right, all right. So we take the attention away. All right.
Right.
Good answer. Good answer. Good answer, bro. Jamal, how you feel? Will women desensitize themselves?
I'm gonna say no until they turn out old. Why? Why I say that? Because when the time they look in themselves in the mirror, that they realize they're old. That's where the time they got desensitized of themselves at that moment. Because women always pay attention to their own image. When the time they look pretty, that's where they're taking advantage of themselves to sleep with anyone that whoever they want to sleep on. And as soon as they look old and crouching and all that, that's when the time they got desensitized of themselves because they look old. But let me continue from here. And my mind tells me that most women do slept a lot, and once they look like that, I realize that women want a relationship. That's how women forces a relationship in the first place because they look at themselves in the mirror and they realize they look old, and that's when the first they desensitize of themselves because they found out they're old, look like they're old, like their 30s, their 40s, and all that. While they on their teens, like 18, 22, something like that. So therefore, I'd say no, they won't be desensitized to themselves until they turn old.
All right. Good answer. Good answer. All right. Now I'm gonna go a little bit deeper into the question that I'm asking here. And the reason why I'm asking that is like I've told people before, I'm very familiar with the Arabic community. And one thing about them women is that they shame other women that show their legs. They shame their whatever woman does to get attention, they shame them. Will we go back to where women become morally and start to shame other women? I think that's the question that I should have been asking. Will women get their morals back and it not be cool for a woman to show her body? AJ, how you feel about it?
Nah, because you got to understand with female nature, women don't like shaming other women, especially in today's time, because they don't want to be shamed themselves. Like they don't want to get to a point where if they shame a woman and then karma comes back around and somebody shames them, they don't want to put that in play. Like women, that's the reason why women will believe false rape accusations as an example, because they're like, one day if I were to make this up, I want everybody to believe me. So I highly doubt that we'll get back to that time where women will shame other women because they want to be okay with acting out of character. And it would literally take, if the rare occasion, it would literally take for women, and I'm talking about like the highest value of women you can find, which I don't know where that's at nowadays, to literally start shaming all the women that are acting low value. That's the only way I can see that potentially happen.
All right, good answer. Good answer, bro. Good answer. Now, I pulled this up right here. Wild Enemy, if you're still in there, she says, there's plenty of women who do not listen to Cardi B and who do not watch those Real Housewives shows. I mean, seriously, not all women are like that. All right. I completely agree with you on that. All right. The only problem is that the woman that you're talking about is a very, very small percentage. And even out of that small percentage of women that you say don't listen or watch those Real Housewives shows, you're pretty much telling me is that you're not like that. Okay, we do have a small, very small percentage of women, less than 1%, that are like that. So in the manosphere, my channel is speaking for the majority of what we see, majority of what we go through. We speak to everything on a whole level. You know what I mean? I appreciate your comment. I appreciate what you're saying. We know that. Those are called unicorns. But we can't teach from a unicorn point of view because unicorns don't affect the majority. I just thought I'd go ahead and answer that question for her real quick. All right, so she has an understanding. Low key JC, will women get morals back?
Honestly, man, I'm gonna say it like this, man. You know, being an 18-year-old young man taking this red pill has opened me up to a lot of things. And you know, first off, man, it all starts in your mind. You know, it's all about the law of attraction. So, if you feel like you're gonna attract, you know, a bad female for you, and that's most likely what you're gonna get in your reality. So, you know, just keep a positive mindset, you know, and just be focused. You know, focus on yourself and focus on your goals, and you know, you're gonna get that unicorn one day, man.
I got a question. Do you know a unicorn?
Yeah, a unicorn is basically like the 1%. You know,
No,
the
I'm
very
asking. No. I'm asking you personally. Do you know a woman off the top of your head that you could say is a unicorn?
yeah, man. My mom Dukes, man. You know, she a unicorn. I sit back and watch her.
Right.
I analyze her.
Everybody's mom is a unicorn. We know that, bro. All right, everybody's mom's a unicorn. All right, bro. We know that already. All right, let's get away from moms. Like, do you know off the top of your head a woman that's an actual unicorn?
Nah, not besides mom Dukes, man. I'm gonna keep it real.
All right, there you go. I want you to live your life.
Facts.
off of that answer. All right,
I
because
appreciate it, bro.
mom Dukes being a unicorn, that's what fucks a lot of guys up. Because you walk around thinking you gonna find somebody like her. All right, bro. Thanks for calling in.
Appreciate it, bro.
All right. Oh, that was low key JC. Black God. Will women get morals back?
Yeah, I think like I mean, to think of it, we have to answer this question in terms of stages. You know what I'm saying? Like the 18 to 23, the 24 to 27, and finally when they're in the danger zone, the 27 to 35. So as women go through the stages, they'll do everything they can to attract a male. And if that means, using their asset, using their body, makeup, weave, virtual beauty, whatever it means, they will do whatever they need to do to attract the best male possible. But obviously, as soon as they hit the wall, the reality sets in. No matter how much makeup you put on, no matter how much weave you put on, no matter what you do, you've hit the wall. It's game over. You know what I'm saying? So once they hit the wall, they realize that there's not much they can be done. But maybe one thing that I want to say about this is that back in the time when we had Low and Hill, you know, you had this force that was able to like balance like the other force out. So you had your good girls, you had your bad girls. So as soon as we have like a leader that emerged that has like a traditional value system that's maybe more conservative and less liberal, you'll have women that are gonna probably adopt to that and say, hey, you know what? I can see myself in that. And I think it's happening, but much more slowly. But I think that's something that can happen. But women between themselves are very competitive. They want to get the best male, the best high value male possible. And so yeah, that competition will always be there. So would they ever be desensitized? I don't think so. But I think as soon as they hit the wall, there's just a new reality that just sets in. So that's what I think.
All right, good answer. Good answer. All right. Now, what I want to say about the situation is this. Okay, as men in the red pill community, it is crucial that you start to trace your purpose. It's crucial that you get on your grind. It's crucial that you make yourself a high value man. Only way that we change the game. All right? As long as women can use their sexuality to get ahead, they would never change. All right? But when you become a high value man, or not even high value, we'll just say this, a valuable man, but aim to be high value. All right? Set your standards high as a man where you want to go. Aim for the moon. If you miss, you still amongst those stars. And the reason why is because that gives men the power. When we have more men that actually know their value, women see it. All right? You want to be the guy that got everything together, right? That let's say you meet this girl and you're jumping back into the dating game and you start to take it slow and you start to like her, right? You're going to get to the point where you have to sit down and you have to tell her, listen, what we got going on is cool, but this is my plan where I want to go with life. You messing with me or you ain't. All right? You can only do that whenever you are a valuable man, whenever you have a plan and you know where you're going. All right? We've been stressing high value lately in the manosphere. We've been talking about it, and we're going to continue to talk about high value. All right? That's what's going to change these women. When I drive and I go places, hood rats know I'm not going to say anything to this guy. Women know this type of guy right here, nah, I can't, I'm not going to get away with the same thing. All right, that's what we need. We need a lot more men to become valuable men. That way you can dictate what a woman's going to do. A woman's always looking for a leader. When she can't get a leader, then she conquers things to feel better. To feel better. You always got a lot of pretty girls that'll come hang around a group of guys and just flirt with everybody to get what she wants, right? Because she don't have a man that's leading her and being masculine to her. You're going to gain these traits when you get on your purpose. And I've explained this to guys. When you're on your purpose, your entire thinking process goes towards your purpose because your money only comes in based off your work ethic. When you're working a 9 to 5, it actually crutches you because it makes your brain stay in the same type of thinking over and over again. You become very content with what you're doing. That's the problem. A lot of guys just want to work a job, come home, and do the normal thing. All right? We have to actually get out and go through the process of getting knocked down and get back up so you become tougher again. That's what guys have to understand. In order for you to leave beta, you have to put yourself in positions that make you tougher. You have to challenge yourself. There's not enough guys out here that are challenging themselves. Learn to challenge yourself, and women will change. Now, I just want to know, I'm going to go back through. Is there any questions that anybody wanted to ask me? Big shout out to Chad Tyrone. This will end when sipping ends. Sipping is a disease that must be eradicated. Okay. All right. Is there any questions that anybody wanted to ask me on this last time around? Go ahead, Red.
I mean, question wise, no, not really, man. I mean, everything. Hey, man. The only thing I got to say is that you gotta treat your name like currency. Like Anthony Spade, that's got some currency. When you talk to women, Anthony Spade, that's got currency. When I talk to women, Red Sings the Blues, that's got currency. Even though that's not my name, my name's Greg. All right, but that's the thing, man. Like you gotta treat your name as it was currency. Because when it comes to like the birth certificate, your name's on that. When it comes to your home, when it comes to your house, your homeowner, your name's on that. When it comes to anything, I tell everybody your name's on that. And then the second thing is that you got to have potential. The thing about it is that most guys don't have potential, and that's just something that I have to say. Some guys just don't have potential. Some guys do. Some guys just have to work on that potential in order to get that value, though. But the thing about it is that what are you potential at? And that's just the thing about it, and that's it.
All right, good answer, Red. Good answer. I'm gonna go ahead and take you out. Unless you want to stay at the end and give a shout. You want to shout out your channel real quick?
Red Sings the Blues, guys. That's it. Red Sings the Blues. Come to Red Sings the Blues. Right there.
All right. That's Red Sings the Blues, ladies and gents. Thank you for calling in, brother. Thanks for the donation as well. King Ben, how you feel, brother? You got any questions for tonight?
Not really any questions. Just I definitely want to say big ups though to you. You know, definitely what you saying out here is definitely that knowledge, and you know, you know, we all blessed to be having you and all the other men on here too. Because I also saw Red Sings the Blues last night. He was on solo. I think he had a 4-hour production, really, and you know, he was talking about the Tommy Lauren thing, and then there was a girl. I don't know if you know it, Janae Amore or like Janae something. I don't even remember her name, but like, you know, she like came on and she was critiquing men, saying that men need to go to therapy or like or like counseling. And like in my mind, I was thinking like what we are doing is therapy. What we're doing is counseling. We go to you, we go to Coach Greg Adams, we go to Donovan Sharp, we go to AMS, we go to Young Man Daily Red Pill, we go to Austria Dick, we go to Better Bachelor, we go to them all. You know what I'm saying? And this is our therapy as men. This is how we gain understanding of how we should proceed with women. Because if we listen to a woman, how to get a woman, oh, we'll be lost for days, years.
I think men just have to develop that bitch shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
some men don't have that. Some men don't have that.
That's all that's gonna work, bro. Because I be that way when it comes to these women. I'm like, yo, don't talk to me like that.
I am too, but
right. I'm quick to tell a woman straight up, you better go back in your DM and get your confidence back. That shit ain't gonna fuck with me.
You gotta go back.
You're gonna have to. I got too much going on.
Yeah.
When you know your worth, you can talk to women like they need to step up to your level. And the reason why is because when you start chasing your purpose, you start learning business. You start learning how money works.
Yeah.
So you're able to spot who got it and who don't. And I'm telling you, women ain't got it.
Nah.
Women are so far in debt, but they use what they have to try to say, I'm a boss. The man, you got to step yourself up. Why? So we can pay off your $70,000 in debt.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So guys are only gonna be able to put a woman in check whenever you're on top of your game. Like for instance, let's say if I met a girl, right, and I started to like her, and then she says, hey, how about we get together? the first thing I'm gonna tell her is when your car is paid off, when your house is paid off, when you ain't got no credit card debt and you ain't got no IRS debt, then we'll talk. And she gonna go back to her bank account, look at what she's making, and she gonna be like, I got 20 years. I
When
got
I
20
get this
years.
done.
Yeah. I got 20 years. I gotta pay all that off. Okay. You could do that when you on top of your game.
Yeah.
And when you start doing that, women are gonna respect you more. That's what we need. We need more men that are just on your purpose. The moment you get on your purpose, don't be afraid to tell a woman, go back to your DM. Them niggas
Yep.
waiting on you. You want to
That's
come?
been
You want to
waiting on
come? Yeah. You want to come be with a guy like me? I'm gonna need you to take that color out of your hair. I'm gonna
Oh,
need you to
damn.
take that weave off. I'm gonna need you to cover them legs up. I'm
Yep.
gonna need you
Yep.
to walk like a
Yep.
lady. I'm gonna
Yep.
need you to smell good. I'm gonna need
Mhm.
you to talk like you have some sense, not like you're
Yep.
talking down to me. You know
Yes.
why? Because
Yes.
I got my shit. But
Exactly.
if your bills are not paid and you in debt, I don't give a fuck about your booty. I'll go get a 21-year-old smooth skinned pretty Puerto Rican chick
Uh-huh.
and mold. You know what I'm saying? They
And
not
mold that.
and mold
I'll
and
mold that
mold
chicken to a woman.
and mode. Like that's what guys gotta get at. You gotta
Oh
be
man.
these guys be so down on their luck. They be feeling so insecure that when a woman say something to them, they just like, let me just be quiet. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to listen. When you on top of your game,
Yeah.
you can talk
Yeah.
to a woman any way you want because
Yeah.
now you're
Yeah.
the prize.
Exactly.
You're the prize. When you ain't on top of your game, and let me tell you, just because you got money, that does not mean that
Oh,
you're on
nah.
top of your game.
Nah.
Because let me tell you, you want to know how I learned how to trade stocks? The real story? I used to sell stock traders women. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh
That's a
shit.
true story in Miami.
Damn.
I used to work valet. I got into it by doing valet. And then
Okay.
guys get out. Hey, I need nose candy and women. Can I get the, hey, I need nose candy and women. All right, it's going to cost you. I started there. I learned
Okay.
where to go and trade stocks watching a gang of dudes run a train on a hooker.
Mm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Shit.
You got to understand that women, you got to learn the different types of women. But you got to know where you want to go in life. Women are going to be women. Once you are a value as a man, she's going to adjust to you.
Of course.
You
Of
feel what I'm
course.
saying?
Yeah.
We don't have enough men out there that are on top of your game to the point where you can tell a woman, listen, shut up. You feel what I'm saying? Because they think if they talk like that,
Yeah.
that the woman's gonna get mad at him. He's gonna
Oh nah.
he's gonna go to jail. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're scared of. They're not realizing like if a woman starts talking down to you and you look at her and say, shut the fuck up, that's gonna turn her on.
Of course.
And
Of
if you
course.
don't, how many women we got in the comments now? If we got women in the comments, tell me this: when a man puts you in check and he stands his ground, do that turn you on? It does.
Of course. Of
And
course.
that
Of course.
and that's what we need guys to do. We need
Yeah.
more men to stand your ground and tell a woman, listen, I gotta go to work. I ain't got time for this shit. I gotta get money. I ain't
Gotta
got
get
time for
money.
this. I'm free on Thursday. You coming or not? Let's not play this fucking game where I gotta guess if you coming. You feel what I'm saying?
Anthony Spade.
Like you can do that when you the man. When you the man, right? Big shout outs to Jamie Simone. Simone, big shout outs, bro. He donates real good. I like that, brother. I really do appreciate it, my man. But that's what you guys have to be. The next time you dating a girl you like and she say something stupid to you, just look at her and be like, man, shut up.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Shut up.
Yeah.
You know why? Because she doesn't hear it. This is a problem.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give another jewel to you guys. Women don't want to be made love to.
Mm.
That's another problem that husbands are doing, that boyfriends are doing. You're trying to honeymoon sex out. Women don't want to have sex to make love. The only time a woman wants to make love is when you've dogged her out, when you've made her sad. She wants you to make love to her to prove that you care. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? But
Yeah.
for the most part, a woman wants you to grab her by the back of her hair and
Yeah.
say, bend over and
Yeah.
shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And when you fuck her, you gotta fuck her like you're trying to train her. Like you gotta talk to her like go in there and cook something to eat while you fucking her. You gotta fuck her head up. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta understand that's what we don't
Yeah.
have. That's what
Yeah.
we need, bro. And I
Yeah.
just want guys out there to know if you got a girl and you about to have sex, pull her by her hair and wear
Yeah.
her ass out. Beat your dick before you know you're gonna have sex so you
Yeah.
get a
That
little bit
shit
of
lasts
distance.
longer. Yeah.
So you get a little bit of distance.
Oh,
You know
that's
what I'm
so
saying?
true. That's
Y'all
so
got
true.
that's what you gotta do, bro. Women are
Oh
thirsty
man.
for that type of dude to walk
Yeah.
into their life. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like they're
Yeah.
just like, man, give me that dude that's gonna fuck me like he's mad at me. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta understand, a lot of husbands get the shit from their wife because their
Yeah.
wife
They do.
want them to because their wife is saying, listen, get so mad that you want to fuck the shit out of
Yeah.
me right now.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
when you watch porn, them niggas be wearing that ass out.
Of
Women,
course. Yeah.
women need that shit.
They
They
do.
need that. You
They do.
ask any
Yeah.
woman out there now, she gonna tell you the biggest problem that I have with men. I can get any man I want, but I can't get an orgasm. A
Mm.
orgasm from a machine is totally different
Yep.
than an orgasm from a man. It's
Mm.
the same thing with you. When you beat your dick, a certain amount of cum gonna come out. But when you sleep with a woman, it's gonna be a hell of a lot more that come out.
Yep.
I've tested it. I've tested it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've tested that
You
shit, bro.
tested it on Matt.
I've tested it. I'm like, yo, when I jerk off, I don't get as much cum as I do. You know what I mean? After you
Yeah.
have
He
sex, and,
measuremented that
yeah,
thing.
after you have sex and you look inside the condom, you're like, holy shit, that's a lot. You know what I mean? It's different. So guys just
You're
have to understand
right.
this. We got to start getting to the point where we're actually being masculine because
Mhm.
that's what women really want.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
That's what they really want. All right, bro. Thanks for calling in. I got to go to Hold the Truth. Hold the Truth about to go to church. That's King Ben. Next week, he'll be King Sigma. The week after that, he's going to be King Benjamin. We don't know
Oh,
what name is going to come
you
in.
know, I don't even know, man. I think I might just leave it king, man. Fuck
All
it.
right. All right,
I
bro.
might just leave it king.
All right, bro. Thanks for calling in, bro.
All right.
Later. Hold the Truth. How you living, dog?
Oh,
How
I'm
you
good,
feel?
man. So, well, I'm gonna ask you this question, man, because I did a video on this, and I think a lot of men are suffering from what I call self-abandonment issues. You see, when you invest so much into a woman, there's a part of you that you had to betray yourself to put her as your priority. And I think a lot of men, and this is before marriage and all that, when you invest so much into a woman that you abandon yourself, you run into an issue where you keep blaming the previous relationships because you want to ignore the fact that you had to betray yourself to put her above yourself. You know what I'm saying? And my thought for you, my question is, what are your thoughts when it comes to how can a man go to heal himself and regain trust? Because a lot of red pill channels want to talk about purpose. How can you get to purpose when you can't even reconcile the betrayal you had to do to put this woman above yourself? You know what I mean? And I just want to say thank you, man. And this is Hold the Truth Hostage. As always, much respect, Anthony.
All right. So what's the actual question?
No, my question is for you is how do you think a man will heal when he's betrayed his own self-interest for a woman? How does he cope with that pain knowing that he had to put her first and abandon himself? You know what I mean?
Oh, so you're talking about when a man falls so deep in love with a woman, he dedicates his soul to making her happy. And
Mm.
then when she finally do him bad,
Uh,
how do he come back from depression? Is what you're asking.
yeah, it is. How do you heal, man? How do you heal when you the traitor? You know what I'm saying?
Well, you got to look at what you was insecure about. The only reason why most of the guys out there that get dogged out like that is because they're already insecure about something before they meet the woman.
Mm.
Now, I've made a video about that. Like, before you meet the woman, whatever insecurities you have about yourself, they're going to increase. You know what I'm saying? Like some guys are insecure about their height, but when they get with a woman, they're gonna be insecure when she's talking to a tall guy. You
Mm,
feel what I'm saying?
very
All
true.
of it, like he got to go back and look at what he's insecure about when he was in the relationship that caused him to get dogged out. You have to understand, confident men don't get dogged out because they walk around like they can replace the woman.
Mm,
You feel what I'm saying? The guys that get dogged out are the ones that give women everything when women are like, oh man, he ain't going nowhere. I could do this. He ain't going nowhere. Women fall in love with confusion. Mystery creates desire. Desire creates love. I told guys that. You ever like been messing with a chick? Y'all stop talking to each other. Months and years go by. Y'all walk past each other in the mall and she's just excited to see you. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, every girl you deal with, y'all come across each other randomly. She's happy to see you. That's how women are. When you're married, I tell guys all the time, when you're married, marriage works when the guys work a job where they got to go out of town, where they're not home as much. Marriages work for long periods of time. The guy that works a 9 to 5 and his wife works a 9 to 5, they argue the most because they're constantly around each other. There's no room for them to miss each other. So when you're constantly around each other, you start picking out your flaws. Next thing you know, she drinking water. It sounds too loud. Like, oh my God, I can hear you drinking water. You know what I'm saying? Like, or they may be eating chips. And you're like, oh my God, I just hate you eating chips. All the little shit that you never paid attention to before. You start paying attention to it after the relationship because you get used to everything else. You get used to looking at them. You get used to them doing this. You get used to them doing that. So now you start nitpicking the little stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's what ruins relationships. It's best that you do not be around your woman that much and keep the mystery there. You know what I'm saying? Because between man and woman, both of their brains are constantly being exercised just through the internet. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like when you're even around a woman and things go wrong, you instantly want to go in the next room. You feel what I'm saying? Because your brain is so used to feeling an emotion, changing it. Feeling an emotion, changing it. So people don't like to hear negativity. They don't like to talk to people that's not agreeing with them. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's what the brain's conditioned to. If I don't like it, I can change it. If I don't like it, I can change it. That's how relationships are now. So it's crucial that if a man wants to recover from getting his heart broke, you must first think about the insecurity that you had before. Because that insecurity is what keeps you dating the wrong person. And that same insecurity will put you in another relationship to where you get dogged out. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to walk into a relationship with 100 insecurities. They're only going to amplify. And the moment a woman sees your insecurity, she loses interest. You know what I mean? Some of these beta males think it's cool to sit up and pillow talk with a woman. It's not cool to sit up and pillow talk with a woman. If you sitting up pillow talking with a woman, you didn't fuck her brains out. You feel what I'm saying? When you fuck her brains out, she don't want to talk. She want to lay on your chest and rub on your stomach. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to do all the pillow talking going back and forth. When you blow their brains out, it's whatever you want to do. That's what she says to you. It's whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? So go back, look at your insecurities, fix those, and then but when you go date again, don't walk into dating insecure. You know what
mm.
I'm saying?
Well, you know, one more. Like, I'm gonna say one more thing. I'll say this. A lot of men, and I learned this a couple years ago. You need to look at a woman like a ticking clock. As soon as she hits, as soon as she had her first period, the clock is ticking to expiration. Once you can look at a woman as a clock, like you said, you just walk up to him. Okay, let's say she's 25. You just talk to her. You might be the only good man she talks to out of three in 1 year. You gotta look at them like they're running out of time. And there's a new model being born, turning 18 every day. So they're not only replaceable, but they're on a clock that's counting towards expiration.
All
That's
right.
how, you know what I mean?
Oh, I see you. Good answer, bro. That's hold the truth. Thanks for calling in, brother.
Always. Word.
All right. Who else we got? Mr. Anonymous, what question you got for me, bro?
Man, I'm still recovering from your rant, bro. That was epic. That was epic. Uh, question I have is for any. I would love for any ladies that are still in this live chat to call in and show some courage. Like you already here, go ahead and call in and chop it up with us. You know. And for the other caller, the young guy that was 18, uh, there are no unicorns. There are no unicorns. There is no such thing as a dime because everybody's flawed. So keep that mindset as you go into dating and dealing with women. And I tell you another thing, if you want to level the playing field, the one asset that women have is their sexual nature. If you remove that, then what do they have to offer you? That's what you need to do when you're dealing with women. And
All
that's my
right.
2 cents on it.
All right, good answer, bro. That's Mr. Anonymous. Thanks for calling in, bro. You
Hey,
always
Spade,
show
I,
love.
I, I appreciate it. Hey, you mind if I shout out the channel?
Go ahead, shout out your channel, bro.
Yeah, everybody, Mr. Anonymous Nobody. If you just search me on YouTube, I'm the first one that pops up. My videos about empowerment, self improvement, a little bit of red pill. It's a little bit of everything. So go ahead and check me out.
All right, everybody check out Mr. Anonymous channel. Thanks for calling in, bro.
Yeah, I
All right,
appreciate it, Spade.
you too, bro. All right, Jamal the dog, what question did you have for me, big dog?
I don't have any questions or deep questions for today, but I do need to tell the whole guys about the game plan from now on. The game plan is to you have to do reverse psychiatry. I thought about it. I'm like, okay, these women are doing bit too much. So I'm like, okay, I found a solution. So I had to do reverse psychology by go ahead. You know how men are reborn to be masculine. It's time for us to use our masculine power to show them that, hey, I'm the man here. So you had to listen to what I had to say. Just like you've been preaching about it. So that's the game plan from now on.
All
So letting y'all know. So that means no more Mr. Nice Guy, no Mr. Beta Male, no nothing. You had to go ahead and be on ground, be the wise man. If she don't cooperate, put her outside. That's
right,
that's the only thing we're gonna do.
all right. Thanks for calling in, Jamal the dog. Thanks for
Hmm.
calling in, bro. I want to give a shout out to Mr. Anonymous. Great show. Thanks, bro. I really appreciate it. Big shout outs to Gerard. He got y'all up to 700 likes tonight. We hit 715 likes. I want to thank everybody for hitting that like button. You really motivate me, man. Y'all got me feeling like I'm really a YouTuber now. AJ Taylor, what questions you got for me, big dog?
I mean, I don't really got no questions because you pretty much nailed everything on the head. But I wanted to double back on something that you said because I think it's important for guys to know, like, bruh,
Go ahead, you
you
got the
you
floor.
you really gotta, you have to kind of grow this asshole nature, this I don't give a fuck attitude. That's how you gotta be with these women. Like Spade ain't lying when you say that, man. You try that Disney princess Frozen bullshit with these girls, man. They gonna run all over you, bro. They gonna run circles all over you. You gotta be willing to be like, hey, bitch, look here. I ain't gotta deal with this shit. I'm on my purpose. I got things going for me. If you don't want to be here, you ain't gotta be here. All right, I'll pick you up on Friday, but if that's not what you want, bounce. Like you literally, you have to be almost like a monster in that regard because too many women deal with beta males like they bottles of water. Like you know how you're supposed to drink 6 to 8
Right,
cups of water a day.
right,
That's how many beta males women deal with on a regular basis. They deal with dudes that constantly let them run all over them, constantly letting these dudes these dudes constantly letting these women talk to me in kind of way, and they just taking it because they think this is the only way I'm going to get in her pants, bruh. She hates that. Women hate that.
right,
They want men. They want dudes that ain't afraid to tell them, yo, shut your ass up because you talking too much. Like they want that type of energy. Like you said, they when you in the bedroom with them, they don't want that missionary style type of love, bro. No, they want you turn them around, pull their hair, smack them on the ass, and tell them to take that dick. That's what they want, bro. That's the type of energy they looking for, bro. I'm
right,
telling you, like from experience, I know, man. I
right on.
literally, I literally had a girl tell me that she was like, when you do that type of stuff to me, you keep me in line. Like she literally told me that verbatim, man. So it's like you have to have this energy, this kind of I'm the man energy. Like
Right.
if anybody's watched the Last Dance documentary, which I would encourage you to watch. Michael Jordan literally walked around the NBA like I own this shit. That's the type of attitude you gotta have. Like I got my life together. I got things figured out. I don't need you. If you want to fit in my life, you got to make it happen. All right. Like, and if that's not what you want, I'm not here for none of it because I don't got to deal with your BS. You know.
Right. Right. I definitely agree. The only way that a man can gain that confidence, though, you have to be on your purpose. Because if you're
Right.
not on your purpose, you don't have anything that's worth more than her. Like
Right.
women want you to put number one in their life. You can't do that. That's
Right.
that's that's like that's like conquer ship on their end. Put me above your
Exactly.
mom. Put me above this. Put me above that. Whatever woman you put above you, she don't want no other woman to be there. So if you put your
Exactly.
mom above you, she ain't gonna let your girlfriend get there. You put your
Nope.
girlfriend above you, she ain't gonna let your mom get there. The moment
Right.
whatever woman you put above you is not gonna want no other woman up there. But the moment you put your money above her, then she'll deal with other girls. She'll
Right.
try to
Exactly.
compete to see who's going to get up there. That's why it's crucial for you to get on your purpose so you can be the boss of your life. That's
Right.
what it's all about. It's about you telling her where you want to go with your life. If not, go back to your DM and pick one of them. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? When you tell her to go back to her DM and pick one of them, that hurts a woman. You know
Man.
why? You know why it hurts a woman? You'll think, oh, she'll just go to another guy. No, 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 no. You know why? Because they're sending dick pics. They're sending pictures of them jerking off. They're sending
Yep.
weird shit. If you go
Mm-hmm.
build a fake account right now of a woman, you get to see all the nasty shit they get all day. They
I
not getting
swear to God.
nobody, they not getting no man in their DM that's worth marrying. But they're
Right.
using these guys for attention to have an ego to get a guy like me to chase them. Are you fucking serious? Are you serious?
Man.
Are you serious? That's what you got to understand about women. They're using the wrong guys to give them the ego. If you
Yep.
got 27 businessmen trying to get with you, then you're a high value woman. I'll give it
Right.
to you. But if you got a whole bunch of nerds that ain't doing shit with their life but jerking off to everybody in your
Mm-hmm.
DM telling you nasty shit, you are a low value woman.
Period.
That's what guys like me get mad at. That's what we're looking at. We're looking at it like she's allowing these bummy ass dudes to think she's on my level. When she thinking like, all right, they like my booty. Let me wear tight stuff around Ant. That's not gonna work. If you want me,
Nope.
you gotta wear a dress.
Yes,
And we
sir.
ain't, we ain't talking about no let me see your leg dress. I mean, I want your shit covered all the way up. I want to see your ankles. That's
Yep.
it.
Yep.
That's it. I want to see your ankles.
I want to see you
I
touching the
want right.
ground.
I don't want to see how big your titties are.
Nope.
I don't want to know none of that shit. That's what high value men do. Low value men need a beautiful woman who looks sexy to verify them, right?
Right.
And then he gets to compete with other men on who can purchase her soul,
Right.
right? But high value men, we're more in tune with our money. So
Right.
we know we need a woman that's gonna shut the fuck up
Mm-hmm.
so we can get to the money. I have no problem bringing you the money. That's
Exactly.
what she's not getting. I have no problem bringing you the money. If I'm making a significant amount, I would give my woman some money. Here, go do that, go do that. But you gotta play the role that I want, not the role that gets my dick hard.
Exactly.
That's
Yep.
what that's what women are not understanding. We don't want you to play the get my dick hard role. We want you to play the man, we may have to hold on to that. You know what I'm saying? You gonna hold me down when I really need it?
Right.
That's what matters. If times in my life go hard, you gonna be there to be like, all right, cool, I got your back. Let's do this.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of guys, right? When they go through situations while they in a relationship with a woman, big shout outs to Just Know I Plead the Blood. Big shout outs, bro. When they're in relationships with guys and guys go through hard times, the first thing they do is start putting him down and talking to him like he ain't shit because her
Right.
soul's for sale, the image is for sale. But you got a very few girls out there that are gonna actually love their man and ride with him. That's what Middle Eastern women do. They gonna ride with you through thick and thin, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? But those
Yeah.
type of women are very rare in America. To get a woman to be that way, you have to be on your purpose. You like
Right.
have to be on your purpose, and that's what I want guys to understand about the red pill. Is because if we don't get enough of you guys on your purpose, us as content creators, we're running in circles.
Right.
In the right. Like think about it. Like even with my channel, I got to start doing what like Kevin Samuels do. I got to start looking fly. Why?
Right.
Because I got to lead by example now. Watching his channel, like with me, is knowing as much as I know, right? Just watching
Mm-hmm.
his channel made me say, you know what? I got to step it up, bro.
Right.
Because I know a lot about women, but I'm starting to become this leader to a lot of men.
Right.
I have to take responsibility of myself. If I'm gonna be a red pill coach for you to follow, I also have to be growing as a person. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I changed my image. I took the do-rags off. Granted, I'm gonna still be wearing them because when I'm running around during the day and I'm working out, going to the gym, I got a do-rag on, and I like to film when I leave the gym. But for the most part, when I do lives, I'm gonna look like this because we go into a more serious situation. But I want you guys to do that too. I want you guys to go to Macy's, go to J.C. Penney's, and get yourself a fitted shirt. I got this for $15 on J.C. Penney's. They got a going out sale, going out of business sale. Typically $65. I got it for cheap. I want you guys to start doing little stuff like that too. Run out and grab you a nice shirt to wear. Upgrade yourself. You ain't always got to look sporty. And I don't look sporty all the time, but sometimes just do something that changes, and it'll change your brain.
Right, man. 100%, man. And like it's almost like if you were making videos, but then you weren't finding any way to uh upgrade or improve the quality of your videos, like wearing a collar shirt or whatever other things you may do, eventually dudes gonna get tired and they gonna leave. And it's like that's the self-awareness that you have. You're like, I gotta find a way to be congruent
Right.
as a red pill content creator. I can't say all of this stuff, but when the dudes watch my video, they looking like, fuck this nigga talking about? Like, look at him, you know?
Right,
So
right.
you it's everything matches up with you. It's like if you say it, you also about it at the end of the day. And that's the one thing I learned just from watching real pill content over the last couple of years. It's like you got to be able to spot out the dudes that really live it from the dudes that's just getting in front of a camera and telling you. Because a lot of there are some dudes in the community that do that, and you just like
Right.
you gotta,
That's what I call strawberry jelly beans. Right. And
right,
I was
yeah,
right. Okay. And I was talking to somebody privately, and I told him like the thing that I have that in the red pill community that's gonna crutch me at some point is that I don't have a trauma bonding story.
right,
So I have to be both. I have to know the knowledge, but I got to be a high value man at the same time for where I'm pushing
right,
people because I don't have a trauma bonding story. In the red pill community, there's a lot of guys, they grab you and you love them because their story matches with yours.
right,
So when you hear what they've been through, if you've been through it, now you have a connection. You know what I'm
right,
saying? So each red pill coach has a different story. So when people start to watch these red pill coaches, you're going to gravitate to the person whose story that made them red pill is closer to yours.
right,
That's how it works. My channel, I don't have the trauma bonding story because I've been the not giving a fuck dude my whole life. Because I have a mom that taught me the game about women. I have a militant family. All my uncles were in the military. My mom was in the military. So I've been bred to be alpha. I never
right,
got married. I never had kids because I never had, like shit, I just never had the desire for it based off the amount of women I was sleeping with. You know what I'm saying? I never grew to
right,
respect women. But now that I'm
right,
older and I know myself, I respect women, which is why I only date Middle Eastern women. You know what I mean? I know
Yeah.
what I wanted out of life. So, what I try to teach on this channel is that some of these guys are gonna crutch you because
Hmm.
their videos are gonna be recycled.
Right. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
gonna
yeah, for sure.
it's gonna be like why she ghost you. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Women
Yep.
hitting the wall. Like these, we know as content creators, we know exactly which ones are gonna hit over and over again when we want views. We know that.
Hmm. Yep.
We'll recycle those. That's why on my channel I like to come a little different. What does her hair say about her? What does her nails say about her? What does her clothes say about her? You know what I mean? I try to bring in more different of what I see, not
Right.
the part that feeds you the shit that gets you clicking. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Exactly.
That's the problem that I'm trying to get a lot of you guys away from. It's like, all right, we got to start broadening our horizons right now
Hmm.
because we can't recycle the same traumatized stories over and over again.
That's
You
what I
feel what
wanted to
I'm
say.
saying?
I wanted to say like that right there. So many dudes will go onto certain channels and then they'll get mad at the creator for putting out a video that doesn't teach them only about female nature. Like, dude, how many female nature videos can you watch? Like the creators can't keep putting those videos out because they're gonna be like, okay, my audience is starting to walk away because it's the same old message. Like, I literally went on AMS's channel. I've seen more dudes go to the videos, and the videos about female nature and how to get women have more views and likes than the videos about how to be a man. And I'm like, dude, what are we doing? Like, y'all want to learn more about how to get pussy instead of how to get your life together? That makes no sense to me. Like if you're a dude that don't have your life together, why are you even thinking about women? It makes no sense. Like, you should go to those channels seeking out the videos about how to be a man. Cause that's number one in your life. If you don't know how to be a man in this world, and especially the world we're about to go into, dude, you're gonna be in dangerous waters. You're done for. Like, you have to know how to be a man, bro. That's number one. Getting women is second nature, bro. That's something that, like, when you finally figure it out, it's like clockwork after a while. But being a man, learning that takes time, bro. That's gonna take years and years and years of failing and failing until you succeed. And that's why it baffles me when I see that with certain dudes. Like, how come he ain't put a video out about uh how to approach women? Like, dude, he's put out 10 videos about how to approach whoever it is. They put out tons of videos about how to approach women. That's not that I don't even care about them no more. I'm like, if the content creator I'm following ain't putting out videos about the world and how men should navigate the world, I'm not watching that day. I'm just not. That's just me at this point because I'm like you. I ain't really had no crazy experience, no traumatic experience with women like that. That's why I gravitate to your channel so much because I'm like, dude, I haven't I haven't experienced anything like that, just to be honest. So that's really all I wanted to say, man.
All right, bro. Thanks for calling in, bro. You know you always a regular. We always
Sure, man.
appreciate you here on the Anthony Spade channel. Thanks for calling in, my man.
Appreciate it, bro.
You too. All right, we down to the last caller. Black guy, what question did you have for me, big dog?
Yo, what up, man? What up? Yo, check this out, man. This is actually like a little bit personal question. So there was this girl I was talking to, and we were actually going to really. I was going to go for the marriage, so met the parents and everything. And I did not have sex with her because I was like, you know what, I want to preserve her for marriage. So like she called me like uh, uh, the day after my birthday. So my birthday was August 6th. She called me on the 7th, and this is like long distance. Like I'm here in like Canada, and she's back home. And she told me basically like she had an indiscretion. She basically slept with another guy. So dude, I was stunned. I was like, what the fuck? Like, how could you? My bad, man, for cursing. I was like, just like, how could you? Then we started to talk and whatever, whatnot. And then, ultimately I was like, look, uh, I don't know if this is something that I can forgive. And I'll be honest, when I was chasing her, I was like on my simping shit, like I was, taking her out, whatever, whatnot. But I was really serious because I did see a lot of value in her. So when she broke the news to me, I was like, yo, like, I was preserving you, and then now you give it to God knows who. So then yesterday we were talking, and then I was like, look, if you're not willing to like submit, I mean like body and soul to me, it's not gonna work. And she was almost like, nah, I can't really submit, whatever, whatnot. And she called me back today. Like I was just like, look, I'm gonna get back at you because I'm still processing it. So my question is this: like, I mean, if you were in my situation, like, would you forgive this girl and still try to move forward? With like potentially like this woman being your wife, or would it just be like, what, you messed up, it's game over. I'm gonna keep it moving, keep it pushing.
So in other words, so she told you that she didn't want to be as serious. Is what's happening here? She told you
No,
that she's not looking to be serious. Like, what did she tell you?
all right,
Again.
no, no. Actually, like, we were serious. Like, this is like a 2 year relationship, and eventually we were gonna go to getting married. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
and I will say that I did, for about
All
five
right.
months. Go
So
go ahead.
how long y'all been together again?
2 years, a little under 2 years. Yeah,
All
two
right.
years.
So do y'all live together now?
No, we don't only live together. No, she's back home. I'm here in Canada, so we don't live together. No.
Oh, so she's in a whole nother country and
Country,
you in
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
man. Leave it alone, bro.
All right, bro.
Because you gotta realize y'all countries away now.
Right, right.
Right. But so when were you? Is this a long term relationship that you were gonna try to make into a close relationship?
Yeah, actually, my goal was like I was gonna go back home on the 6th and potentially, just finalize like the wedding. But because of COVID, I couldn't go back. They blocked the borders, so I couldn't leave. Uh, and keep in mind, like I kind of started my red pill journey. I would say about like
Hold on,
5 months.
hold on, bro. All right. So now we got you were in a relationship, long distance relationship for two
Right,
years. All right.
right,
So 2 years long distance relationship.
right.
Leave it alone because you don't know what it's like to be around each other for long periods of time. You're just desperate.
Okay.
Like, let's keep it funky. You're desperate,
No,
bro.
no. I mean, like, I have to
Like,
say,
come on, shit. She's in
no, I'm
another
gonna
country.
keep it funky. I'm gonna keep it all the way funky. Like, it's true. Like, when I
Right.
honestly, like, when I was trying to be with her, dude, it is true. I was simping. I was kind of desperate. I was like, you know what? I gotta get married. Like, I gotta make this thing happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
All
it.
right, dude. All right. Do you own a house right now?
No, I rent. I rent.
All right. You own a car.
Yeah, I do.
All right. Good credit.
Good credit. I'm at 730.
All right. That's fair. And so,
Yeah.
how's your debt in life?
My
Your
debt.
debt, credit card debt, IRS debt.
I don't have any IRS debt. Credit card debt. I would say 15,000. My car, I'm supposed to get my car paid off within the next 2 months, so I'm happy about that. And what I really want to do is really get my first piece of real estate. That's what I'm working on right now.
All right. Before you start working on your first piece of real estate, you want to take what you have and you want to start looking for a business.
Right.
Who do you work? You work for somebody right now?
Now, I work basically for the government. I don't work for anybody right now. So I work.
So you got a steady job. You
Yeah,
have a
very steady. Yeah, very steady.
so
Yeah.
you have a career.
Yeah.
How long have you been in your career?
I would say I mean, first I was with the bank. I was with the bank for about like a little over 5 years. I started with the government really in 2016, and until I'm still with the government right now. And I'm supposed to, if everything goes well, I was supposed to get my permanency a month ago, but they postponed it. So I'm supposed to get permanency like in October. Permanency basically means like you have a valid contract, like you don't have like a month to month contract. It's like it's an indeterminate contract. So basically like it's
Oh,
basically the highest form of security, like when you work for the government, pretty much.
all right. This is what's happening, and this is what happens with a lot of guys that work 9 to 5s. That's why I tell you, you have to be on your purpose.
Right. No, and
Because
that.
right. I'm gonna explain to you.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
See, you're desperate for a relationship because you have time for it. Your life is regimented for it.
Right.
You know what time you got to wake up. You know what time you got to go to work,
Right.
and you know what time you get off. All right,
Right.
all
Right.
you got to do is stay in your boundaries. Wake up, show the work on time. Try not to get fired,
You're
and get
right.
off at a certain. Okay,
You're right. You're right.
all your extra brain waves are going towards. Oh, I need somebody next to me for when I get off work. I need something to do when I get off work.
Right. Right.
Right. Okay. So it causes you to be desperate because you're like, you know what? I don't want to rush anything. It's just something to do. Talking to her becomes something to do when you get off work.
Yeah. Real shit. Real
Right.
shit.
So
Real
now,
shit.
after something to do becomes normal and regimented, you're like, you know what? Maybe we should take this up a notch. Maybe I should look to get married.
Right. Right.
All because you work a 9 to 5.
Right. Right.
Right. You need extra space to put your brain. When you work for yourself, You ain't got time for that little shit. She better live around the corner. You
Right.
feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Because all your emotion, all your heart, all your passion goes into your business. It goes into your purpose.
Right.
You date differently whenever you're on your purpose. Look at 50 Cent. He's banging a different model every week.
This nigga.
Right. But because you know why? He's on his purpose.
Right.
He feels like there's no need for me to get married. I get all the baddest bitches in the world whenever I want them.
Yeah, he even said that he's not getting married. He's not happy.
Right. So you have to understand, when you jump on your purpose, the money comes first, because the moment you stop thinking about the money, you go broke.
Right.
It's not like that with a 9-to-5 person. All you got to do is stay in boundaries. Wake up at a certain time, show up at work on time,
Right.
do the same job every day, and get off at a certain time. All you got to do is stay in your boundaries. But when it comes to somebody that owns a purpose, you may not make money that day. Now you got to think a better way to get things done. That's how come when people like lose everything and put their mind into becoming successful, they become rich. That's why 70% of rich people do not have a college education. Because it ain't about the knowledge, it's about the work ethic. This is why people have multiple hustles. It's because it's the same formula. Put your mind to it, fail your way to the top. Put your mind to it, fail your way to the top. When you're going through all these emotions to become successful and on your purpose, you don't have time to talk to a woman in another country. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got time for long distance relationships. You don't have time for this stuff because your brain is constantly like, oh, how do I get better? How do I get better? Like us content creators, like I'm a day trader. Now I'm this. I sold my logistics business. So now YouTube is starting to become more of a job, right? So what I do, when I knew I was about to get serious about YouTube, I changed my wardrobe.
Kevin Samuels.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. But I looked at it like, all right, it's like this. Before I got into YouTube, I studied Coach Greg Adams. I said, all right, he's the guy. He's very consistent every single day.
Yeah, I was watching his show earlier today.
Right. I want my channel to be like his. So I use his channel as motivation for me to go. Now, as I got deeper into the red pill, I started coming across everybody else, because you got to realize 10 years before I started my channel, I was off of social media. And to this day, I still don't have Facebook. I don't have an Instagram. I don't have a Snapchat. All I got is YouTube. If I'm not on live, I disappear. Like tonight, when I get off of live, you can't go find me nowhere on the internet. Nowhere. You feel what I'm saying?
Right,
because now that this is turning into my purpose, it's like, how do I go better? All right, let me dress better. Let me have better presentations. Now you notice I don't go live unless I got a PowerPoint.
Right,
Because
I noticed that.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm really teaching.
Right.
You know what I mean? All right. You have to evaluate yourself. And you have to say, what can I do to be better? I had to humble myself. Even as much as people are looking at my channel grow, every day I'm gaining 1,000 subscribers every 4 days. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And people see it growing fast. I still take the time out and look at other content creators and say, you know what? I want to be like him.
Right.
That's what I did with Kevin Samuels. I seen his channel and said, you know what? All right, I learned from Coach Greg Adams, but this guy done took it up a notch.
No, he has the image.
Right. So it's like, when I look at him now, it's like, all right, there go motivation. That's high value man. All right, if I'm telling guys how to be high value, I'm going to fucking look like it now. You know what I'm saying? Even though I am, don't grant it, I am high value, but I'm comfortable high value. I trade stocks in my underwear. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I do everything from home. But at some point, I also have to evaluate myself. How do I get better as a content creator? I'm not going to be the guy that has 500,000 followers and I'm still looking the same as I did when I had 1,000.
Evolution.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So as men, that's what you have to do. You got to constantly be evaluating yourself. How do I get better?
Right.
How do I get better? All right? When you work in a 9-to-5, it's hard for you to think like that. Because life becomes so regimented. You have too much time to pay attention to Instagram, to pay attention to memes, to pay attention to gossip. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When you work for yourself, you have all that you can only think about the thing that's gonna make you money because you don't have nothing regimented.
Right.
You
And
feel what I'm
and
saying?
right. And I've been thinking about like being a content creator. It's just that you have to like be creative as far as your vantage point. So that's something like I'm thinking about. So, but you're right. It's about putting it in action. That's
You're
what it,
gonna have right. You're gonna have to put your thoughts into action. Thoughts
right.
become things, but you have to realize this: it's something about writing it down that manifests it to come to true. It's something about writing it down that forces you. I mean, that forces you to do it. So
Yeah.
whatever it is that you want to do, actually write it down, and your brain is gonna be forced to do it. You know what I mean?
That's what's up. That's what's up. Let me ask you this, man. Can a red pill man keep a woman loyal?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you have to understand this as a red pill man. Red pill is just the knowledge.
Right.
You got to look at it like this when it comes to red pill. You got a whole bunch of people in the conscious, black conscious community that know everything about Africa. They know everything where we came from.
Right.
They know
Right.
how tracks, they know exactly how slavery started. They
Right.
know all that shit, right?
Like
They
Dr.
can tell,
Umar.
yeah, they can tell you so much stuff about life that have you like, wow, I didn't know that about being black. But it keeps you racist. It keeps your brain clogged. You can't go nowhere. All the conscious community is broke. They can't teach one person how to start a business, but they can tell you that you black. You feel what I'm saying? Why? Because it's a thought process. It captures your brain. It captures your emotions. It keeps you tied inside. It's a lot of knowledge, but you ain't going nowhere.
You don't expand.
Right. It's knowledge that's designed to keep your brain inside of a shell. Right? That's what a job does.
Yeah.
It says, oh, you need a 401k. 401k says
That's why they
you're
be
going to work forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when you not working no more, you're going to have this.
And it's true, man. And you know that's so
Right.
true because they preach the pension and sometimes I'm looking at it, I'm like, bro, I can't be doing this until I'm 60. There's no way. You
Right.
know? Like,
Right,
there's
right,
no
right.
way.
That's why the quicker you wake up, the
Yeah.
quicker you get on your grind, the quicker you start becoming successful at your purpose, the more options of women that you have, the more picky you can be.
And, yeah, and
You know
it's
what I'm
funny.
saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The more picky you.
Yeah.
The only thing is, women think real guys like me want ass and titties. Real guys like me, you're gonna get noticed by covering the fuck up and just having pretty eyes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like we're looking for someone that shuts up. We're not looking for the person that makes us look good. We're looking for the woman that's gonna raise the kids right.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
The
All
new
these guys,
generation.
right? All these guys mess up because they let the woman tell them, "I got a job. I'm independent. I don't need a man." Right?
Mm.
So they work all hard to get her because
Right.
she done gas herself up, right? And then when they get her right, they walking around with her like she's a trophy because she done told him, "I work a job. I'm independent, and I don't need no man. I'm
Right.
valuable." So now these beta males start chasing like, man, she's valuable. She got a job. She got this,
Right,
that.
right, right.
Right, right. But then when you get her, she talk to you like you ain't shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Right, right. And it's
That's,
almost like
right. That's where these guys are fucked up at.
right, right. And it's a little bit like what that because I felt what like one of the caller was saying, like how sometimes a man will sacrifice himself to build a woman, and how do you pull yourself out of that when it did not work out? You know what I'm saying?
Well, you got to understand that you can't sacrifice yourself to. You talking about like a man put a lot into loving a woman, right?
Right, everything like
But you got to understand this. You got to understand this. The red pill ain't been around that long, bro, for people to just actually get it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, really?
So we're shifting. At one point of life, being that nice guy that cared about women and did all this got you to women. There used to be a point in life where that actually got you to women. Am I right? Am I right? Am I wrong?
No, you're right. You're right.
It got you to women at one point,
Yeah.
right?
Chivalry and courtship and all of that.
Right. Now, remember when he said, when I asked the guy, like, do you know a unicorn? And he said, yeah, my
My
mom.
mom, right? I remember that.
And I said, everybody's mom's a unicorn.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
everybody mom is what got you fucked up now.
yeah, yeah. The blue pill conditioning.
Right. Because she told you what a woman value is, right? But everything that a woman is valuable for turns her into a man.
Masculine energy.
Get it? Making more money than you, independent, don't need nobody to take care of her. She done turned into a man. But guys are taught to chase this and to show this off. It don't work like that, bro.
Right.
She's only valuable if you and her can build something together and block out the rest of the fucking world. If you and your woman cannot block out the world, you don't know what that is. If you can say to your woman, all right, me and you about to work on this, and we gotta do it. She's supposed to be like, all right, when my girls want to hang out, but they ain't gonna do that. And you got to be able to say, all right, my boys want to hang out. I don't want to do that. And y'all two are on a common ground. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got a lot of cases where niggas ain't hanging out with their boys. They go hang out with his girl and her friends.
Wrong move.
You're right. You feel what I'm saying?
Right, right.
That's what they doing. I don't want to hang out with my boys. I'm gonna go hang out with my girl. Right.
Man.
Right. Because you know why? It makes him feel like a pimp. Because it's like, damn, I ain't never been surrounded by 5 girls before.
Right.
I'm the man now.
Man.
No, if you the one driving all the girls around, you the beta male. They gonna tell you about all the guys they fucking. You feel what I'm saying? That's what people don't understand. See, beta males be trying to get away with that shit. They find some girlfriends, right? And they want to show up at the club with 7 girls. Like they stunting. No, nigga. I fucked all them already. What you doing?
Right like that. Wrong answer.
They got your ass to pay to get them in the club, to come in the club to get me.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Feel you, man.
Right. Men have to get out of that aura. You feel what I'm saying? They have to get out of that. Women tell me what their value is, and then I'm supposed to do this. That's what fucked the game up. Our moms did that. Our mom said, this is a real woman. She works all the time. She goes to college. She do all these things. But she don't say she's in debt. She's going to be working for the rest of her life. She's moody all the damn time because she works so much. My mom told me that little shit. You feel what I'm saying? But the average guy mom didn't tell them that. So they running around thinking, as long as this woman has a job and educated, I'm supposed to constantly be chasing her. She's high value. No. A woman is only valuable when you and her can come together and build something and block out the rest of the world. That's the problem that we have, because women are paying too much attention to other women and competing with them, and they got more than enough blue pills out there to keep them feeling like they're pretty. That's the problem. We need all these blue pill guys. No, we just need more men to tell women, stay inside your motherfucking DM. Trust me. When guys learn to tell women, stay in your DM, it's going to piss them off. Because they know what's in their DM. Everything they don't want.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
All right, bro. Thanks for calling
Yo,
in.
thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot
All
for
right.
everything. Shout out. This is like I'm on it. Like I follow this show, growing with the whole red pill knowledge, and shout out to everybody who's tuning in, man. Yo, look good night, Anthony. Take care.
All right. Thanks for calling. All right. I want to thank everybody for calling into the show. I want to thank everybody that's in the show. Go ahead and hit that like button on your way out. Everybody that donated tonight, I really appreciate it. I have a new moderator, Hakeem Hilton. He's my newest moderator. I made him a moderator tonight. Everybody give a shout out. Give a shout out to my main moderator, Gerard. Paul 2 Cents was in here, but then he left. All right. I want to thank everybody for showing up tonight. This is Anthony Spade. Hasta la vista.